Yeah, I'm good. All right.
I feel bad enough about myself.
I'm just killing time till Far Cry 5 anyway.
Yeah,
so.
dude, that's exactly what I was saying. We share a mutual. I realized that I have played every single Far Cry. I didn't realize this. I played every single one and finished half of them.
I haven't played. I didn't play 2, and I haven't played 5 or Primal. I've got Primal at home.
Primal, I played a lot with Jeff on Rage Select, so we got pretty far. But when you know Primal, it's the exact same map as 4, just in ancient times. Like topologically, they just took that asset, and so theoretically, Primal takes place
in the same geographic area.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that. Okay.
Which is not bad. You know, I thought that was a cool twist if you were familiar with everything.
Side note about the DeLorean. Today in Seattle, there's a DeLorean parade.
Yeah. So
I'm here instead.
So we owe
just
him.
So you know. I didn't realize until I got here. I was like, shit.
I heard there's one that's South by Southwest, so you're not far from
Probably
one.
Ernie's. Ernie's got his
fleet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, does he have a couple of them?
Well, you remember he bought a second one just to host the contest.
Oh yeah.
They partnered with Richard Garriott where he set up the actual Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
And all that.
I saw Ready Player One billboards on the way in. I was like,
I actually heard it's not bad.
Yeah.
Everyone was like hating on it so
I
bad.
heard it was okay.
I
heard it was fine.
I think the problem is the marketing is really all over the map. It's like you got one version that's like nostalgia, the show, and another one that's like it's a classic quest. Another one that is like, have you heard of virtual reality?
Yeah.
And it's
No, I heard it was pretty good.
we're just about ready to go here, gang.
Okay.
Do we want to start with Jason seated?
No. We should start off talking about what we're doing and why it's important.
Got it.
And then we'll have, and then I figure we'll do like a let's get started moment, and then we'll say, okay, well, you know, this kind of thing you need assistance. So we got my friend Grace, and you can talk with Grace, and then we'll flash to him, get him seated, and then us beginning the process. And I'll just ask a bunch of questions as we go along. Do you guys need lots of paper towels? Because I have lots of paper towels.
Very good.
These are my paper towels, though. If you want them, you have to ask very nicely.
Please.
Not nice enough.
I didn't bring them. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you.
Are we live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Those are the lyrics to the intro to What Trump Can Teach Us About Con Law.
Oh?
Yeah. It's like the song that just goes,
Roman Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have 2 of them ready and 2 of them out. This is broken. We'll use it all. No, I threw it on
I
grass.
saw Roman Mars' TED Talk the other day.
Well then.
Was it good? Oh, was it the one about flags? Yeah. No, you can tell that's some polished material. He has a lot of thoughts about flags.
He does. I looked at the Austin flag, and it could use some
Is
improvements.
it just the word Austin? Does it have words on it?
It does.
Oh,
it does
you know,
say
that's a
City
pet
of
peeve.
Austin
Yeah,
across the
no.
bottom. And it's got like a lantern and a cross, and it's
And the Waylon guitar and a passed out dude on 6th Street.
You know what?
no, it's not quite that good.
It's hard to get things when your hands are all goopy. And I cut the ends off so that they can scrape.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait till we get into this spy prosthetics shit. Like, I love that this is gonna be an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
You know what else too? Once you have a good solid one, you could bring in something I could recommend to people who would be actually good at making prosthetics.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I've never done it before.
Oh, that's great.
I'm shit at sculpting, so. You could
No,
bring in
I-
another specialist.
I was telling him actually, friends with the owner of Hawkfly.
Oh, Grace, I'm gonna give you a mic.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I've already talked to them about it. Their game.
In fact,
Oh, hey, to anybody watching live, if you're the kind of person who supports things, you probably remember you've seen certainly Daniel on the Mono Rogue, and you've probably seen Rex at other stuff. But Rex and Daniel have a channel called the Whiskey Tribe, and they just launched their Patreon an hour ago. So if you want to follow their explosive growth and their completely insane Patreon video, their Patreon video 20 minutes long, and they have dolphins drinking whiskey, and it's so insane. It's everything that's insane about the show. And then they also have this giant plan, and I can tell you right now, I was talking to them last night about how they thought it was gonna go.
There's a message for you.
And Rex is gonna have his brains blown out his butt. He's gonna have butt brains.
A Red Pen of Doom asks, how was Love, Simon? Love, Simon was cute. I didn't like the ending because it was very contradictory, but it is a fine movie.
They don't end up loving Simon.
No, the opposite. Simon finds love, turns out. But the way he gets to it is not great. And it undermines his whole conflict in the middle of the movie. So that's my thing.
I hear it's good. I hear it's a good movie.
It's cute. It's,
Yeah.
you know, thankfully it's not very long. Like the past 3 movies I've seen have all been like 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
It's like the worst movie I've ever seen, the Dragon Ball Evolution movie. Is miserable,
I hear it's real bad.
but it's 60 minutes long.
Oh, there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
was
the,
like-
it's the flu shot of movies. It's just, it's gonna hurt, but it'll be over with. And
Yeah,
you'll never
yeah,
have to taste
yeah.
it again.
Oh, and I saw Wrinkle in Time last week.
How was it?
It was a very good visual movie. I would like. I
Oh
think,
no.
So it's for kids.
Ringing
It's like
the
for it's a
doors.
family film.
Sure.
And so.
But there's not that added layer of depth that makes it
Yeah.
appeal to adults.
She is.
I mean, I don't know.
Once
It's.
we get started, it'll be about an
I
hour.
think it's like the exposition was
Probably done by,
pretty
like,
dumb.
1:30.
I think
Good.
just generally, but I would like to see it like in a foreign language or like in Simlish.
Oh, red in Simlish. Oh, that would be actually great.
Because
It's just gibberish.
Because it's
Like
super visual. It was
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
beautiful.
the whole
visual
thing
effects
would
are
tell the
great.
story if it was in Spanish and you didn't speak
They've
English.
got a non-dialogue version of Last Jedi that's on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's
Really?
From what I understand.
And the
Yeah.
digital version, like if you hook it up to Movies Anywhere, has that track.
Red Pen of Doom was saying that he's been out to the Sky Cinema. Man,
There's one out here.
Yeah, so one of the things we say on Cord Killers is convenience trumps fidelity. You know I love the Draft House. That's the only way I want to watch movies.
Uh-huh.
I have not been to a Draft House once since the Sky Cinema.
You're liking it?
Oh, I mean it's adequate enough,
Yeah.
and I could walk to it
Yeah.
from my house.
Same,
And,
same thing with me. I can walk right to my movie theater.
Yeah, so
And I'm fine with it.
I don't blame you.
It's probably cheaper too, because you end up not buying Alma food every time.
Yeah, but I only get one beer because it's like I get there, I finish my beer, and I'm like, I'm not gonna leave the movie to go. What? Are you crazy? So I'm like, I'll just nurse this one.
Or be that guy with three.
For my friends. You're like, no, got a lot of. They're all real. Sure, you only have one ticket. They're like, well, they got here early.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
from Canada.
Brian's
you wouldn't
like,
know them.
Yeah,
Brian's
Brian's
like, no, these are for my friend. Hey, Jim Reed, I'll be there in a minute with your beer. It's totally for my friend Jim Reed.
Started to label everything with colorful tape.
Very nice.
Are we ready to do this?
We're about ready to
You
do
ever watch
this.
Laura Compass videos? She does build videos like woodworking, metalworking, that sort of stuff. No dialogue though; it's all visual.
Oh, cool.
And if she does have to do dialogue, she does labels. She was a sign maker for like Urban Outfitters for a long time, so
Oh,
her
cool. So
hand
it's
drawn everything is
beautiful.
gorgeous. But she uses bright tape, and she'll label the things, and it'll come into frame, and it's really clever. I'll send you a link to her channel. It's amazing.
So
And
artistic.
she's German and wonderful.
Oh, that's
She,
awesome.
and she built a tiny house on a trailer, so she can drive it around.
Oh, that's cool.
Alrighty. Guess I'm gonna do this thing?
Yeah. Get ready. You're gonna be a changed man.
We can get you guys in places.
You'll need to be a changed man because
I'll
you'll
do a
shit
link
your
to it.
Jason.
I'll send you a screenshot of
Murphy.
Yep.
The modern-
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
we usually
Coming.
give it and talk at the beginning, so Grace, if you wanna hang out back,
Oh, yeah.
and there'll be a moment that
We'll
we'll just bring her on.
introduce you,
Yeah.
Audio recording is starting. You are on the record.
I'm the meat in the modern rogue sandwich.
Are we doing cold open first?
We had talked about doing the cold open as you mid-thing and me.
Oh, right.
Like just to set a context, like, what's going on? Are you okay?
It's like pan around, zoom, all this stuff's everywhere. There's a mess.
And I'm gonna turn up like, you did this to him. It has begun.
Okay.
You could do right when you pull it off your face too. It'll be like Because you'll be sweaty and the ball cap will come off and it'll be gross.
Oh, good. That's what I want to look like.
That's man, you're really selling us on this.
It's gonna be great.
All right, I'm gonna allow myself to press refresh one more time. So excited for the guys. It looks like they're doing really well.
And
It
they
looks
just
like they have-
doubled their campaign.
Yeah.
Do they have one of those high level
Or did they? Wait. Oh, I can't do math.
levels?
Sorry.
High level doubles. What do you mean?
Level
Oh, levels. Yeah, they got. They have insane ones like the tiers
Mhm.
go as high as $1,000. It says.
Who would do that?
Well, it says here. Oh, you can't.
It says go on the Modern Rogue weekend.
What?
Yeah. It says, stuff like at 200, you get to go to the launch party, ticket guarantee, and lodging on campus where available. At 200 a month, they send you 4 bottles of whiskey per year, your choice. And then at $1,000 a month, it says, you're either drunk right now or your magnificence is beyond comprehension. that's the only reward. You're clearly drunk.
I love that. That's awesome.
They, those guys outbeard us.
Oh, beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I'm not okay with that.
Are you guys about ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Grace, I told you about the Wizard Academy, right?
Yeah,
This is they have a whiskey school as well, and that's what this is.
that's awesome.
And they're building their own distillery. Which is
Oh, I didn't
friggin'
take you on a tour of it. You didn't see it.
No.
Yeah.
I saw the scaffolding.
Did you see?
There's really not much.
Did you see Brad Leclerc's collection now?
Oh my God, we gave him a problem or a solution.
He's doing like reviews or something.
According to science,
Alright.
Oh,
alcohol
I
is a
think he
solution.
signed up
Rolling
for
over
the-
here.
Did he already take the sommelier class or?
He took it with y'all, or no,
No,
I guess
no,
not
no.
the class.
No, he's actually going to take the class.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's already scheduled for it, like soon.
Okay, yeah.
Wow,
Well, that'd be good. That'll be good to see him.
cool. Alright, rolling here, rolling audio locked.
All good and.
Great.
Here. Actually, ditch this over here.
Well, it sure shows a lot better without Brian on it.
Whoa, whoa,
He's back.
Too soon. That's like somebody dies on the OR table and you're like, well, it sure is a lot better now that he's not around.
Then beep.
Oh, you know,
He's back.
It's like, whew, good. I'm hungry. Let's
Get the bones off.
All right, technically,
I
this is all
called
just
him
meat now, right? We can just,
This would be a shame for this to go to waste.
I like how we're always so topical about what we're gonna work on.
It looks like you're going to teach us some back alley plastic surgery.
No, this is back alley. Never mind.
This
Hey,
is the front.
just
This is the
nowhere
front
to
of the
go.
alley.
Hey.
This is a legitimate safety system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel better.
This is legitimate petroleum jelly.
I feel worse.
Okay. Jason Murphy, we are going to make you a real life super spy. You're going to go undercover and no one will recognize your face.
I didn't even study.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I have these safety scissors. We'll start right now.
And you'll not be recognizable by the end.
Let me get some of the mead so I
Ah,
can like anesthetize myself real good. Before the cut
Cut off your
starts.
nose and just pour it all on your face. I'm drunk now.
Honey is a brilliant anesthetic.
Jason Murphy, we are going to make you a deep undercover super spy. We have to alter your face using prosthetics. And so, I fucked it up. Jason Murphy, we're about to make you a super spy. You are going to go deep undercover, so we need to alter your face. So we've hired our only best friend who knows how to begin this process. Bill Doran.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
Hey, this
oh,
is-
that's good.
This is smooth like butter. We're the best.
Can we try that again?
I insist we keep it like
It
that.
was just me. The
Last pass.
last pass.
Jason Murphy, we are going to make you an undercover super spy, which means we need to alter your face. But rather than cut you up, we brought in Bill Doran from Punish Props, who are going to help us get to a point where you can have face prosthetics and look like someone else.
I'm gonna be like Tom Cruise, where I can pull
Yes,
it up.
exactly.
It's me.
Yes.
Unfortunately, when we pull it off, it'll be you, not Tom Cruise under it. But
Can you
It's
imagine
just
the
like that.
disappointment? He said he pulls off his Jason face and it's just another Jason
I thought I was.
face.
You told me it was gonna be Tom Cruise. When he took the mask off, I was gonna look like Tom Cruise.
Okay, so as I understand it, even for undercover operatives, so as I understand it, even for undercover operatives, they will use facial prosthetics to change the way people look, to make them unrecognizable. But it all begins with something called a life cast. Is that what it
Correct,
is?
yes.
All right, and how does talk me through the process here?
All right, we got all our.
If you can, like, talk me through the process. Just connect us. Say, like, well, before you can make prosthetics, you have to have another Jason.
Yes.
And so we're gonna make a copy of his face. Like,
Got it, got it.
So talk. Sorry.
Yeah, I got it.
So talk me through this.
So to build prosthetics, like a fake nose or ears or whatever, we need a platform to build those off of. And that platform needs to be a perfect copy of Jason's face.
But not actually his face.
Not actually his face.
Let's do it for the show.
Yeah, let's Nick Cage this.
The Joker.
We'll be a little more gentle than that. We're gonna make a mold, a silicone mold. We have some supplies here. Plaster it all over his face. That's a negative copy of his features. And then we'll pour some sort of casting medium into that to make a positive copy of this glorious
So I've heard
visage.
this is what they call a stone positive, right?
Yeah.
So basically, we put goop all over him.
Mhm.
The goop will harden.
Mhm.
We'll pull it off of him, and we'll have a bucket in the shape of his head, and then you can fill it with stone or whatever else to have something that you can work on to make
Yeah,
prosthetics.
you could sculpt, use clay to sculpt the nose on it, and then make another mold of that to make the fake nose that would fit perfectly on his face.
So we can sit there and just reuse my face and just make multiple mediums.
That's the beauty.
Of
Once you
my
have
head,
a
yeah.
mold of your face, you can make any kind of thing. We can make your face pretty.
It's a new direction for the show. It's like, what are we gonna make Jason's head out of this episode? This one is
Oh,
mashed potatoes.
Can we make a fat suit face of Jason?
You could, yeah,
Oh.
That would actually just be me like a year ago.
You're like, Brant, run the computer simulation.
Yeah, some of the older episodes where I'm like 30 pounds heavier.
All right, so what are all the processes? How do we begin?
All right, the step one is to get you bald capped up. We'll put so we don't get goo in your face there. I mean, we don't have to do a bald cap,
Yeah.
depending on how
That's
much
gonna-
you want to shave your head.
Rick, real quick question. Is it better for us to describe all the steps, or is it possible to say, well, let's just get started?
Why don't we do that?
Yeah, just say, let's just get started. We need an assistant, so we're gonna bring on, we're gonna bring in my friend Grace,
Cool.
and then we'll cut to, we're all there and Grace is here, and then
Okay,
we'll just
great.
get started.
Sounds great.
Okay.
So why? We have all the materials. We've got this face. Why don't we just get started? And I'll explain as we roll through it. And I brought in a ringer.
Well, yes, go on.
Life casting is better if you have more hands to help out, so we can do this quickly. My friend Grace, she runs a channel called Zombie over on YouTube. She has props and costumes.
Awesome.
She is a qualified cosplayer.
Yeah, girl! We got a girl!
An awesome person. Thanks for joining us,
Nice to
Grace.
meet you.
She's gonna assist us through this whole thing to make sure it goes as smoothly as possible.
Outstanding.
And you know CPR.
Yes. So.
Nobody.
That escalated very quickly.
Suddenly, this is the safest and scariest video we've done. Because good, we have someone that knows CPR. Bad that you thought that was important to tell me.
It's never a bad thing.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Brent,
Drink
do
this,
you
Jason.
want us to try another take on that? Should we snap to suddenly Grace is here, or do you like her walking on? Or
I think that was good.
okay, great, awesome. All right, so cool. Now we'll just cut to
Chair there and
yeah. Here we'll
Going?
get started.
all right.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna make you a little bid on a paper towel, just in case stuff gets all over you.
All right.
But yeah, lose
And
the
then,
outer.
you want
skirt.
me around to be helpful, or
So I will be over here. Grace is gonna be mixing. You'll be over here,
okay?
and
helping
you're
as
gonna
well.
focus on just brushing stuff on the back of his head.
Okay, will you just give me a job?
But I will direct you as we go.
I brought this. I don't know if that's needed. You said you needed a big pot. I didn't know if this was.
No, you said you wanted a big-
we need to mix the gel. We need to mix the gelatin later. That might not be big enough. But we'll
Okay.
figure that out later.
All right.
That's a problem for future Bill.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my orange tape. I'm gonna make you like a bib. There it is.
Oh, I should be turning down the
Sorry.
temperature. It's 74.
Yeah, he's gonna be nice.
It's a bummer. I wish I'd figured that out earlier. That doesn't mess audio, does it?
This is how it will be done.
We're all working.
He's
You
like a
just dip
lazy
it.
Susan, just spin him around and just hold
Yeah,
it.
all of you hold a
Yeah.
brush out, and I just do this.
Bib.
It's fun.
Who's your big boy?
Do I get lobster now?
I don't know, like,
Alright, so
Brian's nose
if you
lollipops.
scoot that way, that's touch. Just go that way and forward a little
What,
bit.
uh,
So you
right
can
here?
get behind him. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that. And then that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this better not be a goddamn April Fool's episode.
I'm gonna do
Oh
this
my
first. I'm gonna do this first part, but if you feel nervous, you can hold that brush.
Okay. Why? Why?
It's like, you guys are gonna,
This is really a one-man job.
Oh, got it. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm color commentary.
you guys are gonna do the mold, and when I come out and look at it, it's gonna look like Steve Buscemi or something.
That would be a real fun. That would be a lot of work. But how great would that be if we pop it on and you're like, oh, it turned out terrible. It looks like it would be terrible. He looks like Tom Cruise. Everything went wrong.
It's that Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
He's like, the operation was a failure. He looks like Tom Cruise.
And I'm 5 inches shorter now.
And I have the strangest beliefs.
But I can run really fast on camera.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
My Tom Cruise impression.
That's good. That's good. That's
I mean, I thought he was here for a second.
Okay. You good, Grant?
Yes.
All right, take it away, guys.
All right, so Murphy's all bibbed up. Where do we begin?
Since he's opted not to shave his head, we need to put a bald cap on him. Very specific bald cap, not latex.
Okay.
Silicone latex, they don't get along.
Is
So
it because they blend together, or?
the latex will keep the silicone from curing.
Got
So
it.
it'll just stay honey on his face indefinitely.
You know what? Part of me wishes I'd swapped that out for a swim cap. That would have been
So
amazing.
that is from a special effects shop, and it is oversized. Whoop.
It's a full body bald cap.
So
It's just a flesh tone silicone suit. It's like a Sentai suit. It'll look like Green Man.
it says front, which is very nice. It's oversized, fit many heads.
I have a gigantic head.
Yeah.
Good.
Some people have noticed.
What
I mean, not
need-
me. I never noticed.
Jason, what I need you to do is throw up the horns.
You okay?
All right, cool. This is gonna help us
Wait,
get
hang on. Sometimes that works.
So you're gonna hold on to that while I... This is already going so well. You're gonna.
What the hell am
hold
I
that-
doing right
hold that
now?
over your forehead. There you go. And then I'm gonna do this. Like that. And it's gonna go over your ears.
You're not putting. So ears are not part of the stone positive? or-
No, he'll have Barbie or Ken doll ears.
So,
let's say.
okay.
Oh my god, I feel like Francis Dollarhide from Red Dragon.
You look like Howie Mandel from the 80s.
You're just putting a condom on my head?
I have safety scissors. I'm gonna cut near your face to just make a little room. And I'm gonna just tear it a little bit across here in the right spot.
So from this point forward, I assume what we want is everything to be as smooth as possible,
Yes.
right? No seams or ridges.
Yeah. Now he has a beard, not a problem. The silicone we use is safe to use on short beards. It has a release agent in it to keep it from sticking to the beard. So we're good there. We
Yeah.
do.
I think we're done. You look great.
We do need to glue this to his face.
Okay.
So I've got super glue. I mean, Prozaid medical adhesive.
Oh
And
yeah.
we glue that to your face.
Great.
I'm glad we've already got great thumbnails for this episode.
So I'm just gonna
You
brush this
son of a
on your skin, and
And so you're putting it underneath.
yep, so that this will stick down to his face.
Got it.
And then
And how thick of a layer do you put in there? I guess you probably don't need much thickness, but the width probably matters
the width of the
of this.
The brushing?
Yeah.
about as wide as this brush.
Okay.
Because that's just
All you need.
That's all that happened. I don't know. I didn't really put much on
Always questioning Brushwood. What's going on?
I am gonna.
And you got to get it to, okay, yeah, you're going down there below my hairline.
Yes.
So
Pull it
just
down.
covering all of that up.
And that's to make your head as featureless as possible, so that we don't get all of the silicone.
So are you not going to mold my ears?
In this case, no.
Okay.
I just thought about that, and that actually makes it a lot easier to do if we don't do your ears.
Okay.
Well, and again, if we're doing this for spy prosthetics, you don't need prosthetics on your ears. You only need the face, the brow, the nose, the lips.
Trying to
that kind of
think
stuff.
maybe
Yeah.
we should do this one.
That's actually a really good technique for spotting a spy.
No
You don't have
ears?
ears. Yeah.
No, we'll have normal
You know what?
ears. is
It
what I'm
really
saying.
kind of changed the Cold War when they
You know
figured
what?
that out.
I'm gonna liberate your ears.
Liberate your ears.
Phrasing?
Proletariats.
Are you reservoir dogging me right now?
Yeah, stuck in the middle when you comes on.
Yeah, Brand's gonna put that in the edit.
gonna
You gonna
be a
bark all day,
copyright-free
Murphy, or
version.
you gonna bite?
And this really is just a one-man job, so Ryan can watch.
I'm learning.
But, it should stick really well. And then I'm gonna kind of make you some weird sideburns here. And cut that out a little bit.
Sorry. Yeah, this isn't gonna be like doing makeup for an X-Men movie. Like I'm in the chair for 8 hours so I can look like Nightcrawler.
This is the modern Vogue.
This should.
Because if you could put me in a chair for 8 hours and then I come out looking like Nightcrawler, do it.
I can't do that. I can't promise that. But
You will come out bleached blonde though. We forgot to mention.
this should take about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And boy, I can't wait to cover this yammer mouth with silicone. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh God, I
Let me-
love you, Bill.
Let me get the other. Let's try.
All right.
So, I just picture you jabbering on and on as I'm like just mashing your face.
He gets in his mouth and he's just spitting it out like the stuff.
I wish I'd learned ASL. That's a choice
Each
phrases.
sex lane. Each sex location. There you go.
That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
A swing and a miss.
If you could stop sweating, just that would be
Oh, I'm just
Oh.
getting warmed up. I
Man,
want-
number one request in the chat. If you could just stop.
At what point did I become the whipping boy today? Yeah, about that sweating thing. It's whew, get ready. I'm gonna bring some towels.
probably let that settle a little bit longer.
The good
All right,
news
cool.
about this little production note. The good news about this being time intensive.
Brand loves shooting long episodes.
Well, no. But I mean, it's like all these silent bits will just get cut.
Yeah.
And so if nothing's happening, we don't have to
Yeah.
hustle to fill air.
Yeah.
Okay, next step. So there's a little bit of extra. It's not going to affect the overall quality, but I have some acetone here and a
Hey, that's the
Q-tip.
stuff everyone was getting all up our junk about not wearing respirators around. We're just
Yeah.
gonna put it all over your face.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
a tiny amount,
Fine.
but this will dissolve the material here.
Acetone is just nail polish remover.
Well, nail polish remover is acetone,
Oh,
Sorry.
but
Yeah.
it will dissolve the
Flesh.
So this is. Remember when we took the acetone and we used it to melt down the styrofoam?
Yes.
This is exactly the same process happening, only on a small level. So it blends it and it gets rid of those harsh edges.
Hey, I got napalm on my face.
Oh jeez! Every comment. Did you know that's napalm? Yes, 12-year-old. We've heard this before.
This seam looks fine. Around his neck, though, I'm going to use this to dissolve the extra.
Got it.
In fact, we could rotate you and we could
Yeah.
see what's actually
We
going
have the technology.
Right. So this will dissolve the bald cap, and I only need a tiny bit. If you want to hit though.
No.
Oh, it smells so good.
Don't abuse inhalants, kids.
But I can go along the seam where I put down that adhesive, and now there is no seam between the bald cap and his skin. forever. So you're gonna have to get a new driver's license picture taken. I mean, it's a good look. So
Yeah, I look like young Jason Voorhees. Or old Jason Voorhees.
got a little extra right here. There's
That's a delightful sting.
yeah. The bits of sideburn and beard sticking out aren't gonna be a problem.
We're just gonna tear those right up.
If you have any discomfort at all, Jason,
Jazz hands.
keep it to yourself.
If you have any problems, Jason, just remember that you're disappointing your father.
Just think of those sweet, sweet views.
Yeah.
Go to your happy place.
Um,
Keep the golden button in mind.
It's getting close.
they do make rotate around. I think you're just about ready to go. Oh, it's good, pretty good.
Okay.
They
That correction.
do-
That looks good. It's fine. It's fine.
They do
It's
make
very adequate.
It'll work.
They do make let me do that again. They do make a remover for this medical adhesive. I didn't bring any. It's right here. We're ready to go. So next step, we mix up silicone and cover his head.
Okay, and silicone by itself, when you say mix it up, I know that silicone, I think of just objects already made out of silicone, but there's two ingredients that combine.
Two liquids. This is super easy. 1-to-1 by volume. Mix it together. Stir it up. You got about 10 minutes to spread it on. That liquid turns into a rubber.
So-
This particular one is designed to go over beards, so it should only liberate about half of there.
Am I crazy? Because I remember making a silicone mold for the skewer through tongue trick, and I believe there was one that was silicone that was just goopy, that always stayed goopy, and the other one was called, was it Fix-It-Tropic solution? Is something that basically its job was to rubberize it?
I don't know about those words.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Then
Never
there
mind.
were all those tongues that you got from Eastern Europe.
Eventually, I realized only human tongues will survive.
Yeah.
You mix the two things together, it turns
Okay,
into a
all right, that's fine.
Awesome. And Grace is going to help us with that by doling out portions into little mixing cups.
Do we need? Okay.
Grace is CPR.
she'll
as
mix it-
You've managed it pointless.
Doing this stuff is awesome if you have a team of 3 or 4 people to work quickly.
Oh, because
Everyone has
it's
their own
timed.
task. Yeah, once that gets mixed together, we got about 10 minutes. So you're going to cover the back of his head.
Okay.
We're going to do around his neck like so.
Okay.
I will focus on the more delicate areas, the ears, nose, eyes, all that stuff. But we'll start by covering his face and leave this open for as
Now,
long
is
as
there
possible.
just even all over, or do I want
Fairly
more?
even. We can apply a second layer if we want to thicken it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need like straws in my nose or anything?
Not yet.
You want straws? in your
Eventually.
I think that'd probably be a good idea. You know, because it just takes me to my happy place of doing a lot of cocaine.
nose? You don't need straws in your nose.
Okay.
I'm going to be very gentle about applying it to your nose area.
Okay.
And if there's no detail in this part of the mold, that's not a big deal.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna find you. If I can shove something in your nose, I'm gonna find you.
I'm
We'll
not-
find something to put in your nose.
I will self-apply the straws. Thank you, Brian.
All right, hold on.
The straws are actually not a good idea.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I do have these.
Starts.
These look pretty good. This little preview.
Yeah,
So we can just cut those off.
That doesn't help. It's actually more difficult to breathe. That's yeah. I'll hang on. I'm gonna hang on to these. Oh, that's because they're caps.
I know.
You son of a bitch.
I said I would remove the caps.
Oh,
okay.
So the silicone is 2 different colors so that when you mix it together, it's obvious that it's been mixed.
Oh, great. Yellow and blue make green.
Yeah, which is really, really good. So Grace is doing that.
Okay, so the clock is going to be ticking once it's mixed.
You want me to set a timer? Is that valuable? Or you'll know it
I
because
know.
it just gets harder and harder.
Yeah. Cure time is 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. Hot life is 6. So we have 6 minutes to work with it before it starts to set up.
Hot life?
Yes. Hey, it's legal in Washington.
Cool ball cap hot life, Jason. Is my new favorite meme. I just want Photoshop spliffs.
Exactly. Look at 420.
This is already going so great.
Oh my god.
Thank God law enforcement's not here.
I'm waiting for you to not pull out a badge, but to pull out a siren. Put it out of your head like Inspector Gadget. Comes right out of your head.
I'll let it slide for the memes.
It's letting you off with a warning.
It's legal in Washington.
Both
Close
Washingtons, right?
I don't know.
Okay, so what's plot life again?
When you mix the two ingredients together, the pot life is how much time you have before it starts to react and set up.
Okay, basically that's your mixing time, and then at that point,
And application time.
oh, and
It must be applied. After 6 minutes, it starts to get set up and you can't work it anymore.
okay, so and then it's 20 minutes to cure.
Yeah, full cure
Okay.
is at 20 minutes.
So yeah, so I think it does matter. You want to everybody get in there really fast.
Yeah, having more hands on hand. And then while you and I are doing this, Grace can That's a great question.
I've never thought of that.
Can we figure that
It's
out?
like a condom.
It's like
There's a real answer, I promise. It doesn't matter, it's back of his head.
Yeah. Okay. So so do I want to go thicker on applying to the back
Yeah,
of the
we can,
head? So
once
I
we
just
do a
cut it?
whole layer, maybe if we have a little silicone left over, just brush some extra and
Okay.
a line down the back.
But it sounds like you're not overly worried about it one way or the other.
No.
Looks
I'm
like
not worried.
frosting.
I'm not
Looks
putting
like
it
toast.
something
Yeah.
on my face. I have zero concerns.
Everything's fine.
There you go, Bill.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Grace. You can start on the next one. I'm gonna just take little bits from this. You hold on to
Okay,
it,
got it.
and I'm gonna start going on your ear.
I'm gonna
Around
just
the ear.
loop it on your head. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give you a
the-
nice little dollop.
No need to be gentle up there. I will be gentle
I
around
give
your
him a
ears.
mohawk because you're looking good. There you go.
And
Liberally everywhere.
yep. And along the brush down.
Oh God, I got it on your shirt. How big a deal is that?
I mean, I don't care about Jason's shirt.
I'm sorry, Jason.
And at the edge of the ball cap, just brush down so it doesn't pull it up. And then we're gonna basically go a seam around here. And then this is gonna go in your ear, so it's gonna start getting difficult here.
Will this come out of the shirt?
Here, I can wipe it now.
I don't care.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I'll just get another one, but yeah, whatever.
You can be a lot more generous with the amount of
Okay.
silicone you're applying.
All right. So I'm not doing multiple layers of paint. This is the reverse of what you taught us on the spray painting.
Yeah.
Just glob it right on there.
Yep. And once I get this ear, we
Look
can
like it.
trade sides.
You look like a tasty cake, Murphy.
It's a lot like cake frosting.
It really is. It's thicker than I had expected to go on. I thought
Yeah.
it'd be a
We're
little
gonna cover your
liquidy.
ear now.
There's a little audio bite that I never want to hear again. You look like a tasty cake, Murphy. It's like, well,
I'm glad you gave me that substitute one for everyone to put on their soundboards.
once I go under, I'm going to be hearing that over and over. Tasty cake, tasty cake, tasty cake, tasty cake, tasty cake.
Oh, we should talk about this. Remember, I told you back when we did the Gansfeld episode?
Oh yeah,
Jason?
you started shifting and
Let's trade spaces.
Yeah, sure.
Once this starts to set up, Jason, I will finish covering your ear.
okay.
But this will leave a gap in there so it's not oozing goo into your ear canal.
Oh, thank you.
So the time I got a life cast, Murphy, I had the full-on Gansfeld effect, which people should see that episode because when you have a uniform field of vision and uniform input, because you're about to not be able to hear much or see much, like we both had real hallucinations during that experiment, right?
And that was just sensory deprivation. There were no pharmaceuticals involved, right? It was
Correct,
just-
correct. But that's what you're about to experience.
So is there going to be any light coming in at
yeah,
all?
you'll be able to see it. It'll be like
Through the mold?
well, and through his eyes, because we got light shining on. and
Well, once
so-
we have the plaster on there, you're not gonna see anything.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, no, that's
okay.
true. But your job is going to be to stay real still, and it's weird how I remember feeling like I was tilted over, but I couldn't even ask, "Am I tilting over?" I just was hoping because you can't talk or nothing.
Yeah.
It's really trippy. In fact, Rallis Khan, he was doing this, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna take a quick picture of you. All right, there we go. And I hear the snap of the photo, and he's like, I put my balls on your head. And then for this brief moment of panic, I'm like, I am in a sketchy LA downtown studio at 2 a.m. with a guy I just met.
This Undertaker looking dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. You're doing
Ne-
a great
next
job.
time I saw Brian, he was fully clothed in the shower, sobbing.
So this is actually starting to thicken up a bit already. You can, I mean, I can tell, I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah,
But it
absolutely.
is getting thicker. But it's good. Grace has got the next one going. And
About done.
we're doing awesome. Everyone's doing great. You're doing great, Jason. You're
Thanks. Thanks. I practiced.
So did we already set up like safety things if you're afraid you can't breathe or anything?
Yeah.
Yep,
Jazz
Jazz
hands.
hands.
Jazz hands means get me out of this thing.
I guess at that point you do like jazz hands, just a little jazz hands. I'm a little bit freaking out.
All right, cool. All right, this next one, we're just gonna really get everything covered.
All right, so yeah, this is all pretty thick
And I will focus on around his face region.
Okay.
You do like forehead, like around here.
You got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you turn him around so we can see the back?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
really
yeah,
quick.
yeah. Oh, the lights are over here. This is way better.
Yay! You can actually play. Okay, so fresh coat. Oh yeah, now this is all goofy again.
Yeah. See
So
how
there
much
you
of a
go.
difference that makes.
Give me Slimer vibes.
Yeah.
I play bass for Slimer vibes. I'll just, I'll do
Oh
right
wow!
now.
Wow!
Do that.
Yeah, now
You
we're
just
talking.
Use that and just
Paint
spread
that.
it out
You got
everywhere.
it.
Yeah. And yeah, you're doing great. Everyone's doing great.
The way is hazy.
something-
You're gonna slide my head into an easy bake oven.
All right, I'm covering your ear.
Okay. Gross.
Yeah, does it sound
It's a little gross. This helps fulfill my dreams of wanting to be on You Can't Do That on Television.
Yeah.
I didn't even say I don't know.
What do you think's in the burger?
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that one. I'm not in Say the Word Fire. How many sketches did they get out of the same 3 punchlines?
Oh my god. Like, enough to keep me amused for like 3 years.
If you want to turn him back.
Yeah, let me finish scooping here and then we'll go rolling around.
So how many times are we going to be able to reuse this mold?
Maybe half a dozen.
But and if
It's
we
a
make
fairly thin mold.
isn't
so
that why
it
you
might
make
tear.
isn't that why you make a stone positive so that you can
Yeah.
always make a new mold from
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Ideally, you would only ever have to have this done once. Well, unless you go to like a different effect shop and they don't have your head on file. But if you go to effect shops in Hollywood, you'll see like stone.
Khan just points to his gallery and he's just like, there's Trent Reznor,
That's
there's
what you-
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, there's Arya Stark.
Yeah.
What is that hall called with all the faces?
The Hall of Faces.
That's what it is.
The Hall of,
The halls of medicine.
Very good.
the Hall of Presidents.
Brian was a writer on Game of Thrones, actually. I don't know if you knew that. Brian, what do we got? Hall of Faces.
So at this point, does it hurt for him to be moving his face around and talking?
Not really.
Are you absolutely sure? Because like, man, you're gonna say, remember when Jason had eyebrows?
Oh, we didn't cover his eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
No, it's fine.
I was like, whoops.
No, there are different silicones you can use. This one is specifically made for going over body hair. The can says pubic hair, so if you want to get,
I mean, technically they're just face
Yeah.
pubes, right?
but if you want to get really adventurous later,
Bill picked this up at the Pretty Kitty Brazilian salon.
Oh yeah. Turns out it's Brazilian wax.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but it's got some sort of release agent in it, so it doesn't grab onto your hairs too aggressively. You're gonna lose a couple.
All right, this is your last chance. Whatever comic book character crap you want to say, you're about to not because I'm dismissive of comic books. Whatever that nerd shit you want to talk about, you better get
You have entire boxes of comics in your house. I've seen them.
Is there any more left over here?
You can scrape that.
Okay.
This one was stuff for
Boy, this really does help to have an assembly line.
Yeah, it does. I'm also gonna kind of scrape off my brush. So I'm gonna start. I'll work around your beard as well, and you can do the top part,
Okay.
Brian.
Got it.
But then on this cup, we might start working on your mouth, nose, and eyes.
Okay.
And I'll just talk you through the whole thing while I'm doing it, so you don't have any surprises. As Brian droops the one in your eye. I did that. I was doing an alginate cast with my buddy, and as I said the words, it's very. You have to be very careful about the nose. I immediately shoved a handful of alginate up his nose.
Oh.
And I was filming it, so that's on my YouTube channel somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm getting this all over your shirt.
I can feel it.
All right, getting close to the eyes.
Yeah. You can get fairly close. Just the actual eyeballs, I'd like to do. I'd like to put silicone on.
With that quote from Bill Doran. I like to do the actual eyeballs. I got a few gaps. How worried am I about getting it around every single hair?
Don't worry about that. So long as it's covered and there's no. Yeah, the beard area will just look kind of funky.
Oh, got it. Those have a bulgy.
We're not going to massage it into his hair. We just want to make sure there aren't.
But it's
any
like if there's a chance it'll hurt more, it wouldn't hurt to just really rub that in.
It's getting wacky on the beard hair here. I'm just going to lay a lot of it down.
All right, here you go. I'm gonna start covering your mouth.
Yeah, you do the mouth, but I will do the nose and eyes. Be very careful around the nose.
So make sure that whatever your face.
If you get silicone in his nose, you have to stick your finger in his nose to clean it.
That would be like number 35 on the weirdest thing I had to do with Jason.
Under the chin is an easy place to miss. So I'm just going to make sure we do that.
Yeah, it's a little bit thin on this side too. I'm gonna keep that on.
Now I'm not worried about the beard or anything. I will say though that if it were shorter, this would be easier.
So he's blaming the victim.
I shaved this morning.
Very close.
Then you sneeze. And all right, now yeah. This is the best part. Also, the worst part about that Wolverine movie, where they sealed up Deadpool's mouth.
Oh.
We're doing that. All right. So, any last words? I mean, anything else you want to say?
He's like, let them eat cake.
See you on the other side.
All right, cool. We're going across your mouth. It may tug a little bit like across your eyes. So while I'm working, I'll let you know when I'm doing that. But while I'm working on your eyes, just be aware that you may have to just clamp them down a little bit so that they don't open. While they're still. I got you that.
All right. Go over the eyes is okay?
I will.
Oh, you want fresh stuff?
I will do the eyes. You do the mouth.
All right.
Silicone on the mouth. I will go. I'm going over your right eye, and I'm going to try and be as gentle as possible and slow as possible. Like that. All right. I'm doing another. I'm doing another pass.
20 years I've waited for this moment.
All right. I'm doing another pass of a big pass over your eye, just to kind of cover it all up there. Being as deliberate as possible. All right, that's one eye down. I'm gonna switch sides with you,
Yeah,
Brian.
I think so too. This developed a passion.
I got it. I'll take care of that. You get this whole region here.
Got it.
Don't go near his nose though.
I
All right,
will.
we're going over your left eye now. It's coming in, and slowly covering. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna have to go back over it again. I need a little bit more goo. All right, going into your left eye again.
Boy, it really helps to move slowly on this,
Yeah.
especially as it thickens up.
Yep. Yeah, it's getting to a point now where it's kind of thick, so I'm going to hold off on brushing more on because it will just pull the next layer down. This goopy bit I have here I'll use to cover a less detailed area. But see how it's kind of pulling a bit? So that's
Yeah.
pretty much done. And you can see the first one that we did, oh, never mind. I was going to say the first one we did has almost fully cured, but that is a lie.
And we're done. I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome to Extreme Makeovers.
All right, I'm going to do his eye and his nose, and then you just cover
Okay.
everything else. Thank you, Grace.
Good. Getting this way over here.
Getting this way. Oh, should I be wiping off this? So
Try and keep some of the stuff that's curing. So we have more brushes, but
Okay.
much like that. We're just mixing up another batch right now, Jason. I'll let you know when we're coming in for another pass.
see, this is that bedside manner because I'm sure you get people that aren't comfortable being uncomfortable, and you got to kind of walk them through the process.
That's just right at the camera. Boy, that would have been amazing if it landed. I went pew, but it did. Got me right in your shoulder. All right.
All right,
I
that's
think we're-
good. There you go.
And you're about to
I'm
do the
gonna
home stretch.
take some and hand it off to you. All right, I'm going over your left eye again, Jason.
Okay, I'm filling in the gaps, Jason. Wait,
You
it's
need one more, Bill?
Yes, please. It is so much easier to mix up a fresh batch. It's amazing. I think part of it too is that it's warm here, and that makes a big difference. All right, I'm going to work on your nose, and I'm going to be very delicate about it.
I'll just fill in all
So
the.
I'm going to touch your nose now. Very good. And I am going to go down the middle of your nose like that. You can finish it now. Yeah. You connect it, but I will be very careful not to cover your nostrils. We can fill that in later once this is off your head. And more on the nose.
Should I just be looking for spots with coverages? Like
Yeah, anywhere that you see that looks thin, go ahead and just cover it. Look under his chin. Get that
There's a few
fairly
spots
well
in there.
covered. And going over your other side of the nose. Now the silicone is very floppy, for lack of a better word, even when it's fully cured. So that's why we're going to put a plaster bandage jacket around it so that it holds its general form. And this silicone is capturing all of his wonderful details. Just going to massage that into your nose area. Oh, pulled some off of this. Essentially, a little bit, right? How are you doing, Jason? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Great.
10-10 would glob again.
Gonna go over your eye again. Sorry, I didn't mention which one. Now, what we're gonna do now that he's covered is basically try and make him featureless.
Okay.
So, like the area around the back of his ear, start
Okay.
filling that in.
Okay.
I'm gonna work on your right eye now.
So I assume the thinking of this is that detail for any kind of appendage, like on the ear, you want as much silicone, keeping as much of those details preserved so it doesn't tear. Or...
It won't tear. It also, I need to get a little more of your eye there. It also makes that area, that region less flexible. I'm gonna go over your eye right now. Which means that it won't deform when you're casting out of it. Really good. I'm going to go over the tip of your nose. Carefully. And then I'm going to go over your top lip now.
This is like the monorail version of Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Yeah.
It's just like smoking.
And this, I guess we really probably only need one more batch. You can fill in his ear, the inside of the ear.
Okay.
But the next batch, we're just gonna kind of fill in anything we see that looks like it needs a little more thickness. Where we're gonna cut a seam.
Yeah, nightmares of this version of Jason just shambling behind me at all times.
And then, yeah, we're really just gonna look for like thin spots and patch it up. But we're just about done with the silicone part, and everyone's doing a great job.
See the little thin ones. A bit closer? Oh, great.
There you go.
Excellent.
It is
There you
so awesome.
Oh, you want me to just give you half of this?
No, no, no.
Oh.
I'll just figure it out. I think the temperature is really having an effect. It's curing. It's not wasting his time, let's say.
Is normally it cures slower when it's colder?
Yeah, last time I did this was in my basement in Seattle, and it took a lot longer to cure.
So Seattle's colder than us.
Turns out,
A
I
big
showed up,
TIO.
I showed up yesterday with a hooded sweatshirt on, and I was like, right, Texas. Can I just say that the lady on the plane next to me ate a tuna fish sandwich, and that was not cool?
Okay, that's not the worst part, because you said, well, she ate a tuna fish sandwich, and then she fell asleep
And
and,
then-
started farting.
Yeah.
You can see Jason smile.
This is great. So that was my flight. All right, look for spots that are thin. In fact, around the base of his neck. You know what? This I think this batch of silicone was a little older. It seems a little bit chunkier, but that's okay because we already got all the detail. But let's go. I'm gonna go around his neck to make sure we have a nice, strong thing around the neck, and then you just add a little bit extra down the back of the head where we're gonna cut the seam. Now, overall, this is a fairly thin mold, and the durability isn't great. We could encase his block his head in a big block of silicone, but that would be dangerous and expensive.
Did you need another batch?
No, I think we're doing okay. The idea, though, with life casts is you really only need the one casting from the mold. So I'm gonna trade places and just do up the neck seam here.
I'm really surprised at how much Jason's features come through, even when it's covered this much.
Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't be able to see it, but you know.
It was a bit thin up here.
Yeah. And this doesn't need to be pretty. Obviously, it's a big lumpy mess, but that's just fine.
That's just on the outside. He's
Yeah.
beautiful Jason on the inside. Yes, you are.
Definitely not a chud. So once we are done with this batch, we do have to wait a good maybe 10 minutes for this to cure. But while we're doing that, we can set up the next part, which is the plaster shell. But you will just get to chill for about 10 minutes, Jason. So that's coming up here pretty soon. If you need a drink of water and you can drink out of your nose, we can help you out. Or, oh man, it'd be great to be more. Just use your finger.
That's a relevant reference all the kids are gonna get.
They have Mork suit at the Sci-Fi Museum in Seattle.
Is that Paul Allen's jam?
Yeah.
I'm just sort of staring at this point. It's hard for me to
Yeah,
find any
we're
spots that-
pretty much there.
Yeah, this is a little bit thin here. Go a little more sweet.
Right here?
Yeah. are the brushes pretty much destroyed, or is there
Yeah,
silicone dissolving solution?
No, there isn't. In fact, that's one of the reasons why silicone is so useful is that it is not reactive to many things once it's fully cured. But these are just like 50-cent chip brushes. We're just going to throw them away. I'm just smoothing, trying to smooth.
From all directions.
Yeah. All right. I think we can call it pretty good there. Just I'm going to use whatever's left in here, but it is really kind of goopy. But we're pretty good. So we'll set up for. Very good. Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
Good job.
Round of applause.
Let's just double check this side. Yeah, it's looking good. Jason's excited.
Paper towels. Oh, great.
All right, I am done poking your face for now. I'll let you know when I'm going to start poking your face again. Let's see if my basketball.
Oh, nailed it. Okay.
Earlier, yeah, it was a little bit of a mess. This is when we all quietly.
Do yourself a favor. Here, let's just get a slow rotation. Actually, Jason, what have they done to you? What is happening? He did it to you. The child.
Hold on.
Oh.
There you go. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, no, don't try to sit. All right, here we go. And
Chair's right behind
there
you.
go.
Very good.
Here, let me get another take on that.
Here, I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, actually, here, I'm gonna scoot you right here. There we go. Here, you just let me turn you around. Let me put it. There you go. There you go. Ah! What have they done to you, Murphy? It was the changeling, wasn't it? The child! No! Facing the wrong way. All right, here. Here, we'll get it. Jason Murphy, what has he done to you? What has the child done to you? The changeling! No! You feel like you're about to cop a feel. Leave it alone. All right, here, have a seat. do you want to?
Can we do like a full 360?
Yeah.
Just
Here,
turn around.
I'll just hide down here. Nobody will see me. As you'll see, this week's collection includes Mutant Murphy. Acceptable for stop it, leave me alone. Call now. You get the Jason. You get the globby head. 4x optical zoom. Schneider lens. Look at that Murphy. Oh, I'm sorry. My producer, Carrot Tates, is telling me it's a mutant.
Yeah.
All right. 4x optical zoom. Schneider lens.
These brushes can be turned away. The cups, this will peel right out of there.
Oh,
And you'll notice the skin-safe silicone peels right out.
Yeah, it does.
But these guys here are good. So plaster's next.
Okay. Do we, you look like an angel food cake. We just eat you up. You're made of goop.
Do the air grates. We'll start with the big ones.
Here,
and go
how about
over.
this? I'm gonna eat them up.
Basically just. Don't get like just one swoop through and then squeegee it down a little bit. And then hand it to me. I'll do the first couple, and then once we're covering things, we'll hand off me and then Jason, or me and then Brian.
Okay.
I'll just be here. Will you there?
Okay.
We have to wait longer. I'm gonna touch your head. Yeah. So. We wait. If anyone wants a weird selfie with Jason, now's the time. Actually,
Oh,
I want
actually, now we all line up. It's Comic-Con.
one. Probably another 5 minutes or so.
Duck face.
There you go.
Oh wait, hold up the peace sign a little bit bigger, because I think we're onto something. All right. Oh, other side. Here we go. Oh, it looks like my hand. Here, if you could do it like this. There we go.
You're doing great, Jason.
You look like you're upset because you got grounded.
This is my sexy duck face.
How old were the four of us once Bill's done messing with his cubes?
Oh, absolutely.
His head cubes.
Hey, here, we can take that for you.
Oh, thanks.
Big group photo.
Thank you.
All right, everybody in.
Nope, sorry. I'm busy. I'm tweeting this out.
Whoops, I just yanked on my microphone.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry. If you want to take another look at it, make sure we're all good.
Come on down.
Yep. Sorry.
Very good. So a little more durable than silicone. All right.
Hashtag emotional.
The plaster is gonna be a little more drippy, but it'll wash out. That's good. I guess.
Be nice and cool. Inside of your sweat cave prison.
The bandages are pretty quick too. So far we're almost an hour. Well, not into the light cast.
You said 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Oh, got it. Cool.
Mathing it up.
You're blowing up on Twitter, Murphy. Everyone says you look great.
Hey, Jason, thumbs up or thumbs down? Are you feeling itchy? A little bit? Yeah? Oh, okay. You'll be good. Almost.
On your face, yeah.
It's really sealing in the flavor.
Yeah.
You're slow cooking.
Turns out it's not true for steaks, is true for Jason Murphy's.
Did you post that in the Discord?
Oh, no, I should. Let me pop that in there.
Production channel.
And production.
It's a good photo, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
Don't worry, Jason. We should be able to get that off of you within the next 4 or 5 hours. Touching your head again.
He looks surprisingly smug.
Yeah.
You can tell.
He's got this contempt smirk on his face.
Yep.
Maybe that was the plan. He's just like holding a smile for.
God, it really looks wet, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
already
good.
dry to the touch.
So we're ready to do the next part. We good?
Or play bongos. Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So what's next?
We let it cure for about 10 minutes. It's feeling pretty good. We need to make a hard shell over it to support all of this once it's off his noggin.
Oh, I just realized you said hard shell, and I'm looking at this stuff. I realized this is like straight up cast. This is what they would make a cast for a broken arm out of.
That is correct. A
Oh, right on.
plaster bandage, and Grace here has a bucket of water that activates the plaster, and then you and I are going to put strips of it all over his head in a clamshell.
That bucket needs its own Twitter account. Uh-oh. Are you okay? Are you about to jazz hands? Oh, okay. Oh, I made you laugh. No,
No.
you're about to vomit. No.
No?
You
It's a
want to
sneeze?
sing. 2 words.
He
Sounds
wants to
like.
sneeze.
Oh, got
Okay.
it. It's a movie.
2 things.
Greta Garbo.
One, that would probably ruin the mold,
Okay.
but 2, it would be really fun to film.
Okay. Well, let's not. All right. Let's move
All right,
forward.
so,
Quick.
Grace, take the plaster bandage, get it damp, and then squeegee it off, and then hand it to me. All right.
So this is what? Plaster of Paris and gauze?
Something like that. We're going to start with the seam line that will be the parting line between the 2 halves of the mold. So I'm just bringing this down to the neckline there.
And do I want to tuck it in the corners there?
And you want to get it to be snug with the surface. You can really kind of massage it into the surface.
Okay.
And
it's
I
not
just,
sticking on the side.
it won't. Well,
Yeah.
it'll get there. Fold this up
Okay.
to make the bottom part a little bit thicker and
got it.
stick in with the silicone a little bit.
Got it. Okay.
As we add layers and as it starts to stiffen up a little bit, we can, sorry, I can't talk and do things.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll describe.
We will continue massaging it and it will stick better as it starts to stiffen up.
Yeah, it's just got tassels on this
And
side.
then each edge that we add, you massage into the previous piece.
Oh, got it.
Each piece, so you just massage it a little bit, it will mingle. Like that. I'm just gonna tuck this around the ear a little bit, and hopefully it will do its thing. And then we're gonna do one more over the middle, and I'm just gonna make this. Look what take a peek at what I'm doing over here. I'm making a raised edge here, and we'll use that as kind of the parting line
Got it.
between the 2. That's a little bit thicker.
Okay.
And don't worry too much about the bottom there. We'll get that taken care of. And then Grace has got some smaller pieces we'll use to start covering the back of the head. Like so. Small piece. I'm going to go around the neck. Let's trade sides here,
Yeah.
because I got my side to stick a little bit better.
Okay.
Like that, and I'll do the same thing for you. You just start doing strips around
Okay.
his noggin.
Are you guys gonna work on the back first?
Should
Oh
we
yeah,
stand
why don't
on-
we rotate him around?
Yeah. Well, here, let's trade sides again. There we go.
All right, thank you. Okay. So this part down here, that as it gets thicker,
Uh huh.
I'm just gonna massage it into the silicone, and it should
The
stick
little
pretty
nooks
well.
and crannies.
Yeah. Just like that. There we go. Thank you, Grace. And then I will just do a middle line here, and then you can work that way, and I'll work this way.
Great.
And Grace can hand you a thing. There you go. And then see how I just folded it over so that we have a nice clean seam line down the middle. And then just massage it into the previous one, and we're good. I gotta tell you, I work in my shop by myself. Well, with my wife Brittany, we work as a team, but we're usually each working on our own projects.
So, guess now's a good time to plug your channel. Punish Props,
That would
right?
be punishprops.com. Actually, this is a little bit more of an expensive way to do a life casting. Do a video tutorial showing how to do that over on the Punish Props Academy YouTube channel.
So I am not seeing this tuck in into all the bits and nooks and crannies.
It's
in
okay,
here.
it's
Okay, so it's not going to stick because
No,
I
it just needs to hug it.
got it. Because as you mentioned, silicon's really good about not locking in with other stuff. All right, go forward.
It won't
from here.
adhere at all.
Am I going
Did you
forward?
cover it?
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
horizontal now.
Okay, got it. Get it nice and thick.
Well, yeah, we'll get 2 good layers on there. Here, I'll cover up the rest of this. And they're going to be in opposite directions so that they are more structurally sound. So we'll do, the next batch will go up. We'll start at the neck and go up.
Got it.
So I'm going to make a nice clean edge for the neck. And then you can go the next one up from that. Or you already put one there, so the next one can go here.
Okay. And still double folded over?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like
Or
we
the
have-
way Grace is handing it to you is good.
Oh, okay. So it's already
She's
done.
folding it once. Structure is nice and strong, but you can also just wad it up and mash it into places if you need to.
Okay. But in general, you want those fibers intermingling with the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
fibers as much as possible?
The one of the nicest features of having a couple of people on it is no one feels rushed.
Oh, yeah.
So we can take our time.
Every so often when we're shooting the Modern Rogue, I get this wave of like, this is fun. We do a fun
Yeah,
show.
This is a good time. It's more fun for us. than
Us,
Jason,
yeah.
But,
For us, it's arts and crafts.
but Grace is having fun. Grace, who does plenty of cosplay, making stuff on her channel too.
Which is?
It's Zon Zombie.
Z-O-M.
Replace the M's with N's.
Oh, Zombie. Got it.
Was
Super confusing.
was zombie taken? Is that why?
Actually, I got it from a poorly translated anime. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. They misspelled zombie, and it just stuck.
Let's do one more across the top here. I'm just gonna fold it over on itself, and that's good for this side. Don't get that wet.
Okay.
We do have to let this set up before we do the front half. So what I'm just gonna do is use my goopy hands to smooth everything out.
Yeah, at this point, you're just
Yeah.
keeping everything moving as it dries, so it
Yeah.
gets as structurally sound as possible.
Yeah, if you see like a puddle of plaster, you can massage it in so that it is doing more than just being a puddle on the surface. You can massage it into the fiber.
So you get the greater surface area and it dries out quicker.
But that looks good. Great job, everyone.
Who's a good
Especially
murderer?
you, Jason.
So good.
And it looks like you're massaging his head.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But you can feel it where we started down here and starting to stiffen up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna rinse off my hands real quick, and we'll have to. Yeah. I'll talk about that later.
Man, I'll bet nobody remembers this, but Michael Landon had a made-for-TV movie called Sam's Son, and it was about a kid who thought that he was stronger when he had long hair. So in order to trick everyone, and because the big bad school was like, no man, you gotta cut your long hair. And he's like, but Dad, look at this, I can bench press these trash cans. And they're like, oh, we gotta figure out some way to get around this. And so they said, he's fractured his skull, and then they put a cast that looks exactly like this over his head. And he wears it around so he's secretly strong and can win the football games. And then like the big finale scene is like he gets mad and he reaches up and he cracks open the head skull and he's just got these majestic long locks and he throws the football around the world. And then
Is this like the made-up show you were talking about last time? I was
Nope,
here?
this is an actual made-for-TV movie that happened in the 1980s. You guys look it up.
I'm gonna cut a couple more of the long bandages. Oh, that's already plastered.
I'll just re-listen it if it's still.
Or just
Can I wash my hands?
Yeah.
All right. Wash them off, boss.
I'm gonna cut some small ones.
Do you want to swap cards while we're in between something right now?
Hey, is now a good time for us to stop down and swap
Yes.
cards?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Now it's time to go through Jason's
A little
belongings. Yes, it
further,
is.
Jason. Come to my voice.
Rotate a little bit more.
There you go. There they are.
You can still hear it.
Yeah.
Nose stuff. You want to write something down?
Guys, tell me I'm not the only one who remembers this Sam Sun thing. All right, hold on. We're about to give you a pad to write stuff down.
I don't know what that is.
You just take it off
Probably not
there.
important. Okay. Pad, pen. I, for a brief moment, thought about handing him a pen that was not open, but
AMA. All right, chat room. For those watching live, we're doing a live AMA. My face is covered in green goo. AMA.
limit your questions to those that can be answered with a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
One person says, I'm horrified.
Which side? Which number was this turn?
Actually, you have the one that's already wet. Here,
Oh, yeah.
Here, just hand it to me. There you go. There's a gap.
Jason,
Okay,
do you need to
there's
go
a gap
pee?
here, I'm just gonna
Somebody
fill that
asks.
You may have to speak
Jason,
loud.
the question was, do you need to go pee? I feel like I'm talking to Grandpa. I'm like, Jason, they want to know if you have to go pee. Do you have to pee? Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You got a pee potty?
Brian, somebody asked, what's it like to be Shrek?
Kinda hard to
Jason,
get-
they want to know what it's like to be Shrek. Do you speak Scottish now? No? Do you have a donkey friend? L.
He's dancing with Smash Mouth. I knew it.
Got it.
I once made a music video in high school to that song, All Star. Only it was me and my friends wiping out doing water skiing. And I cut this video with 2 VCRs and a Walkman.
Yes.
It's like prime early 2000s.
Yeah, I did it for.
And it's like the only way to get any audio mixing is to plug the music into the right channel and the audio in the left channel.
Yes.
All right,
And
let's
I
see.
brought it in for a school project, and I'm like, everyone's gonna think I'm so cool.
Uh,
They did not.
Dang it.
Beans and Egg wants to know, how much fun are you having right now?
On a scale of 1 to 10 on your hands. That's not terrible. All right.
Pagan of the Night wants to know, is Jason hallucinating, like in the sense desperation, but I think he meant deprivation. So no. Yeah, you've got a lot of motion and engagement, and you're interacting. Rallis was,
There's
yeah, your eyes are closed.
So when you do the sensory deprivation thing, your eyes are open?
Yeah, so they're open, and you just have to have a uniform field of white or
Oh,
red.
okay.
So as a result, when your eyes are open, the content, and you don't move, because if you move, your body uses that parallax to kind of draw a mental map of what's going on. If you don't move and you have the uniform motion, uniform sight, your brain is like, well, I got to be seeing something.
Yeah.
And so it just takes whatever noise and it sort of amps it up, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're looking at a windowless office and a godhead. That's what's going on.
Whoa.
Yeah. Are we about ready to roll on the next bit?
We are rolling and ready to go.
We're all set. Okay.
You
roll
are.
in, Jelly, please. All right. And just for safety, I'm going to use more power on this. So, another 10 minutes have passed. We're ready to do the front of it, but we want to keep the plaster on the front from adhering to the back.
Oh, because otherwise it'll be just totally encased. It'll be like a Q-tip. We'll have to get a bone saw and open
Yes, that is the nightmare scenario. So, petroleum jelly, and you can get it all over everything. You can't use words I live by. You can never use too much petroleum jelly.
No, hold on, don't move.
I'm just gonna brush over way more than I need on the plaster. Get some on the silicone. That's fine, because the wet plaster will want to seep into the crack there. We want to just keep that from locking up. So there we go.
It's a good noise.
I was gonna ask you to do it, Brian, but I'm just gonna do it.
Yep.
I
Trust the
don't
pro.
What you can do is lay this down on there,
Okay.
just along the edge, and
nice.
just tamp it in there.
Get a nice crisp edge all the way across.
Yeah, and with the it's not necessary, but I like to do it just in case. Just hedge your bets.
Oh, just to make sure that any of the other bandages don't end up sticking.
There's a little bit of a physical barrier between them.
Yeah.
Between the two bandages. Although, I'm honest, it probably will just actually no, it won't. Never mind. I was gonna say it would soak up the plaster, but it won't because we're gonna brush plaster or petroleum jelly all over it. Making videos is wicked easy. There we go. We also haven't checked in with Jason in a while. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Great, awesome. Which is actually, we are joking around, but it is a good idea to double check on your model. Make sure they're doing okay, because who knows, you could be asleep in there. Although asleep in there would be
Quite a feat.
yeah. And this will get messy, but that's fine. Very good. It's about ready over here. You about ready to start doing more? Did you just cover that
Oh, cover it? Sure.
in petroleum jelly? There we go. A little bit more. And we're only going to overlap it by maybe an inch, but might as well just put more than we need. Okay, cool. Time for the next bit. Okay, this is going to overlap. You about done there?
Yeah.
Picasso?
God, sorry. Sit tight. All right. Almost. Okay.
This is going to overlap the seam.
I feel like I'm gonna put more.
I'm
Just
going to come around. It looks awesome. Good job.
All right. Thank you.
But see how we're going to run my finger in there so that it creates.
Yeah. So we have two sides of. Yeah. So we have like two sides of a shell, like an Easter egg.
Yeah,
It's
and
just gonna pop apart.
It's there's some registration there so that when we put it back together, it will want to go back together. There we go. Another. I'm going to start on this side.
You got it. Yeah. I'll watch.
Who's texting me? I'm busy. Hold on, I have to take this.
Yeah. No. Nothing important. Why?
It's just Adam Savage, you guys.
Oh man. I mean, you've earned it. I give you a week before you become insufferable.
Just change all your contacts to Adam Savage.
Yeah. I don't know how much my wife appreciates.
Sorry, it's my boy. Hey, dog. How you doing?
There we go. Just massage that into the previous layer. We got some of the shorter ones now, so we'll go around the neck. And we're doing almost the same thing. It's just when we get to the nose area, I'll add
Yeah,
some
of
smaller
course.
pieces. Yeah.
I like how you're giving him a bonnet.
So tuck
A
that
what?
around.
A bonnet.
He does look adorable. Hand him a lolly.
Normally when I making a video, I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure I take a good.
Okay, now in this case, I have it touching right on here. That's probably not great, right? This got laid down to where it's fusing between the two.
Oh, you didn't. You're just gonna on a piece of paper towels.
Okay.
It
We
should.
did have the petroleum jelly there.
Yeah, there was petroleum jelly, but we'll just double down on the
On the old PJ.
yeah. There we go.
Put that on a shirt. Just double down on the old PJ.
Here we go. And you start going. Just do this half and the
Okay.
other half. Sorry. And then I'll do under the chin.
Okay. And I want the raggedy edge on the inside.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
But I appreciate your attention to detail. You know what? I'll just do the other side and do the chin a little bit. Under the chin.
Under the chin, massage it in.
Going around chin like that. Once we get going, it's
Pretty straightforward.
pretty straightforward. Yeah, just streamline.
Sorry, I pushed on the right.
I'm gonna go right under your nose.
Boy, now that's horrifying. That's legit terrifying.
You're gonna have a hard time picking a thumbnail for this. They're also already a couple more strips cut out, I think. Going across the eyes. Now that there is a bridge here, I'm going to use some of these smaller pieces to go over the nose. So I'll just make a very thin strip that just does this. And that's just to, I'm going to be near your nose. Everything's cool though. It's just to support the silicone there when we're casting. There we go.
We have some exposed chin there. If you know,
Yeah.
You doing all right, Jason?
Sorry, I dribbled on you.
Yeah, this all washes out.
It's all, yeah, water
I love how Jason can emote mild annoyance
Yeah.
without the use of his voice or face.
Alright, going across your nose. Like that. And then, could you fold those lengthwise and then fold them the other way so they're a little smaller? We'll do right here and then forehead and it's pretty well good. Yeah, that's perfect. So this is just gonna go over here. Tuck in your nose a little bit. The other side too. Thanks for that. This is mine.
You got it. I'm number one nurse.
And then I think just one across. Oh yeah, there's one more.
Do you want another little one or?
Just
one
yeah,
piece?
fold it in half twice. The way you just did it. That. Should cover. Oops. Really sort of massage that in. Then that is all the plaster. So we're just going to poke you a bit more to make sure everything's nice and massaged in.
Wow. This is truly, from the outside, Jason, terrifying looking. Oh,
Okay.
outside it's terrifying. You look great. You look great.
You can feel it getting a little warm too.
Oh, it does. Is it exothermic?
A little bit, yeah. All right. You're getting a little warm?
Oh, no, he's saying he's hot. He's good looking.
Oh, yeah. No one here will disagree. We'll give it. We'll give it.
Oh.
We'll give it 10 minutes to crack that thing up.
Hold on, let me get you a martini glass.
Oh, here, I got a beer snack.
Actually, here, I'm gonna put a little beer in the beer thing. You can hold it.
Iconic.
All right, Jason, I'm gonna put this in your hand, and I'm gonna kind of spin you around so you look all debonair. There you go. You got it? There we go. Oh yeah, you just do it yourself. Oh, I said we're just at a party. Oh, so I see you're doing well today. Everything good back at the horror factory from which you come? Okay, all right.
While we've got him though, can you do a spin him for a slow 360?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. I'm going to start you backwards. All right, and you're turning. You're about 90 degrees. You're at 100 degrees. Wait, I said 180. Now your crotch is in my face. And now you're finished. Now we're doing a victory lap because we're all very proud. Now we're making you dizzy. Now you got to pass a field sobriety test. Oh, can you touch your nose? All right.
Yeah.
Okay to wash hands?
Yeah. Done making a mess for at least 10 minutes. I'm gonna touch your head. A little more. That feels good. All right. This is all going very well. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I mean, oh, did we not even? Oh, we used some of these, right?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
we still have plenty of those left.
Everything I touch is gross.
I say that to my wife. She cries. Sorry. A better version of that joke would have been like, that's what my wife says to me when we make love.
I know you're having fun,
Do
Jason.
not make yourself puke. I swear to God, that'd be bad news. Oh, yeah.
So this is what's cool about silicone.
Oh, yeah, cleans up. Super easy. Yeah.
And then
Go! Hold on. Let me. Oh, I was going to put it on my face. Yeah.
you have no idea what that. Here you want to do it. It's really,
Yeah.
really satisfying. I'll leave one for you, Jason. It's like getting the, it's like licking the cake batter.
Does this look the way I think it'll look? No? Doesn't look good?
I mean, that one.
Oh. Oh. I was like, wait, do we put it all over his mouth?
All right,
So we got
another,
like what?
another couple minutes, I think.
Okay. It's-
You know what we can do too is empty the water out of that bucket,
Okay.
and you can place the head in there to hold it upright
Oh, great.
once we're ready
I'll
to do
flush
that.
this out.
Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool, appreciate it. There's soups and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there's no shortage of it.
do you guys need it back soon, or is it just to put back in there?
We're
Yeah,
gonna
just to put the
that
head in there.
it
Oh, yeah.
to support
So we
it
can fill
upright.
it.
One of those clean as you work kind of guys.
I'm one of those watching things.
You know who doesn't clean while he works?
Adam Savage, your buddy, A-Dog.
He has people who do that for him. It's a life goal of mine. At the end of the day, to be like, well, that's too bad. Go home, and when I come back, it's clean because the cleaning elves showed up in the middle of the night. Cleaning elves, and not like little elves. It would be like Tolkien elves.
Oh.
All slender.
Sexy,
Yeah,
immortal,
yeah, all glistening.
shooting arrows at each other.
Legolas shows up to clean my. He's not doing anything now. So.
It's encouraging to know that Adam works in a space that's inhabited by cleaning people as well.
Yeah.
Another couple minutes and then we'll be ready to take you out of there.
That's old. That's way
Oh.
old.
Is this in? Oh, this is live chat. Got it. For some reason, I thought it was in the production channel.
We gotta get rid of the.
Yeah, sorry, that got real creepy.
I think this one's older. I had one on the shelf and then one I bought new and stick with this one on the shelf one. Alright, awesome. I'm gonna tap your head again. Yeah, people are ready to do this. Let's pop this thing off. Soon as Ryan's done
sorry.
tweeting, it's fine.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, are we all good?
1 second. Okay, good to go.
Another 10 minutes has gone by.
Magic.
Just like that. We're ready to crack this thing off his face. Jason is very excited about that, I can tell.
You can see from the look on his face.
Oh, thanks, straight in the pills. That's a good one. All right, so I'm going to start by pulling the front off.
Do I have a job? To watch.
You just
I hold the flashlight.
if anything comes up, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and pull this off. So resist a little bit so I have some. I'm trying to be gentle here. What?
What?
He's
Oh.
being a dick.
Oh,
Okay.
got it. Jesus.
It wasn't jazz hands. I knew it.
So, will this break apart? Oh, this is just a skeletal structure for when we get the mold
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Got it.
And I am being as gentle as possible. I'm trying to press against his skin. I'm going to try and pull it out from under your chin. There we go.
by helping pulling backwards on your corner?
No, it's just
Oh, it's like a scab. You gotta peel it real slow.
it's just physically tight around the seam, but not like
But that'll be a good seal for structural
yeah.
integrity.
So I'm taking my time with this.
Post this on Oddly Satisfying Reddit.
If the pressure is too much, then just give me a thumbs down. There we go. Oh, it makes that satisfying like unlocking sound.
Oh,
That was oddly satisfying.
you look all better. He looks great. New and improved.
Do you want it? Here, we can peel this way.
Mirror. Wait till you get a load of me.
Here, spin around again, and Brian can do the back.
Okay. And then
And just sort of
real
lean your head back a
gently.
tiny bit,
okay.
and
Start at the bottom.
you're gonna try and peel it out this way. So
from the
pull
top or the
from
bottom? Okay, got it. So I'm getting a finger. Oh, there it is. So you feel all the nooks and crannies that are filled in with
Kind
that
of let
plastic.
go. Yeah.
Oh, I feel it.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the cosmos?
I hear it. I feel it. Oh, I can hear it cracking. Oh, oh, that was delightful.
That was really cool. You can set that back in here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is put the jack. Potential for it to chill. I'm looking on the inside. The seam looks good, and we're just going to let it because it's still baking.
Yeah.
It's still finishing its thing.
Okay.
Now we get to remove Jason from his tomb.
So how do you decide? I assume you don't cut it over this way. You want to
No.
what? Slice it down the back.
Yeah. So if we can get you to rotate around
There you go.
towards me. So down the back up to about here, we're going to cut a seam. I'm going to tuck my fingers all up around your neck. I have safety scissors.
Oh,
they
that's-
are round on the bottom.
So they can't. You're not
Yeah.
gonna take a scalpel and just run it down.
No, it might be a tiny bit uncomfortable, but it's the rounded. I'm gonna hold out your hand, Jason. There you go. It's the rounded part of the blade there. That's what's gonna be going on down your neck.
And it might push a little harder than you'd like.
But I'm gonna be as careful as possible with that. I'm gonna go up to about here. If you can cut a T there, that helps with tearing and everything. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna rescue. Jason's like, I don't care, just get it off my head. So I'm gonna release this from your skin. I think I have the ball cap, and I don't want to pull that because it would hurt. Hold on.
Oh, so when this comes off, you should still have the bulb cap on.
I'm gonna carefully pull away down here, Jason. It looks like the bald cap wants to come with the silicone, so we're just gonna run with that. It might come off, but I now have a place where I can cut. So I'm gonna give myself some space, and I'm gonna cut in a zigzag.
Oh,
Are we all framed? Oh, we do the thing. That was good. Okay.
the zigzag is so you don't get like an obvious seam down the back.
Yeah, and when the zigzag comes together, it will lock together. It won't slide.
Got it.
All right, so here we go. I'm giving myself a little bit of room, and I'm going to cut through some of this silicone. And my fingers are in between the blade and your head. Even though it won't cut you, I'm still trying to be as careful.
Is there a chance that you'll cut off his hair?
A little hair might come off.
Oh, so there's a chance.
And this might also, I'm just remembering to point out, might pull against your neck a little bit. All right. And that is going through the bald cap. Let me, I'm going to see if I can rescue that because it'll look cooler when it comes off. And also less likely that I will trim some of this hair. There we go. It's just going to get, the bald cap is just going to get wrecked. It's not a multiple use sort of thing. I can go a little further. I got your hair.
Oh.
There we go. We'll just put that back on top there.
You're like Paddington from that bit where he just marmalades the hair back on.
Sorry. Any consolation, it's on the back. Working our way out. This is a really, I feel like I know Jason better now.
Murphy, do you feel like you're just feeling this immense pressure being lifted off of you?
It's weird because it doesn't feel like it's all that stuck to me anymore.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm just like wrapped in it because it already hardened and kind of pulled away from my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer to talk to you.
Sorry.
The good news is you now have a goop cake face costume that you can wear to Halloween.
I was gonna say too, you can flex your face to free yourself, but you've already done that, so great.
Oh, interesting. I could see while he's breathing, there's pockets going. Oh my God! Look at this pulsing.
Well, we'll do that. We'll flip him around to do that.
Okay. It looks so weird.
I think we have enough. I'm gonna do sort of a T cut at the top here, so that if the mold wants to split, it goes sideways and not down the middle. Like that. All right, so I think we are.
So much more gross with Jason's hair on top.
All right, why don't we rotate you around? There's a look. Yeah.
All right, flex your face, bro.
Flex your face.
Let me see your
try and get
freaky-
your features free. Okay. Are we ready for the birthing?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Do you need help?
I'm gonna be just slow again, slow and deliberate.
Okay.
I'm gonna free it around his neck.
Coming up behind his ear.
Yep.
It's like
Free his ear.
3-person massage.
Yep.
Do I want to be pulling the bald cap off or no?
Let's try and keep it on, but I think it's gonna go.
Oh no. Like I can. My fingers can be on the inside or the outside of the bald cap.
What you're doing right now.
Okay,
just keep
great.
it in
All
there.
right.
All right. So bend forward a little bit, Jason. Forward a little bit.
There you go.
And we're gonna stretch this over your head.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
Is it?
Oh,
we
hold
got
on, wait. He's stuck on the neck. Stuck on the neck over here.
Pulling my
Yeah.
hair.
There you
Oh.
go. There you go.
Your head hair?
No, his
like,
face
right
hair.
around
Oh, I
here.
see. Yeah, it's just it's.
Here, I'm gonna-
That's okay. Do what you need to do.
Let me make sure your beard is free. Oh my gosh, you can feel the detail of the beard.
Ready?
on the inside.
Ready?
Holy cow.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh! Good as new! Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Murphy!
Right.
Was, yay!
Get me back.
So you have no idea what everything looked like.
No, that.
So this, you hold that open. There's your face.
Oh, it's like when the dude from RoboCop gets melted by toxic
Yeah.
waste.
I got that's a little bit of an imperfection there from where the goo kind of formed. So you
It actually pulled away pretty quickly.
Yeah.
As I could feel it as it dried, just slowly separating from my face.
All right, this is gonna go back in the mold.
Go back on your head.
Here, actually, you can help.
Oh, wait, hold on. Can we get the shots of all this stuff? We
Yeah,
need
let
close-ups of...
let me set it in this,
Oh,
and then we
well,
can hold it open.
but that moment that we just had a moment
Oh,
where
the
we were
opening?
looking
Yeah.
at that thing and the camera didn't see it.
Gotcha.
So here, if you want to wait for it.
Here, you hold it, cup it with your hands.
All right,
So?
here, wait, don't open yet.
Feels kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright. Face it towards the camera.
Trying to get light in there. There's no light.
Oh, trust. You don't even need light with this thing.
Oh,
It's magic.
Sony. That's the only bummer right there is that thing. It was just it was
Can you
setting
add
up.
a little bit of silicone in there to fill that in, or you don't worry?
Yeah, we can do that.
Why? I mean, I don't even know if it's necessary. That's your call.
It's gonna look like I've got one of those giant growths on my face,
Yeah.
like Lemmy from Motorhead.
I can patch it up super fast.
Okay.
Yeah, but everything else looks pretty great.
Ah,
It's okay. I'm gonna mix up a batch to close the nose, so I'll do that. with
Okay.
that, yeah. Cool. All right. Here, hold this. No, sorry. Hold the front like that, and then this can go back in.
Do you want to try to get it to nest exactly the way it was? I guess it does it
And
pretty
it's pretty
naturally.
much-
Yeah.
In there like that.
So when casting something from this, you would use both of these pieces?
That, and we'll cap the back of it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
and so it
all of
becomes a
this,
bucket.
Yeah.
all of this is necessary for
Yeah,
the.
so this will go.
How much of my hair did you cut off?
Okay.
It was
Does it have a big gap?
No,
okay.
it's nothing. No, you can't
fine.
see. You
it's
can't.
fine.
Like that. And
So
there's
that-
our mold.
Now we have a Jason bucket.
We'll tape this up, but I'm gonna go in, mix up a little more silicone, patch up the
Well, here,
nose.
why don't you get cleaned? Here, why don't you get cleaned up, and then he'll go ahead and fix the imperfections on this.
Okay.
There we go. I'm actually
Can I peel? Oh, here, Jason, you want to
Oh,
peel?
yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
peel this guy off? It's very satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just peel up. Just reach up, grab it.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, right?
That's good.
Because it
Yeah.
doesn't stick to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Jason.
Thanks.
You're a trooper.
Thanks. It was a lot of hard work.
Oh, it came out. Yeah. Wanted it to just dangle. Will it dangle? Yeah, all right.
Gross. You guys will have plenty of footage to turn this into one episode. I feel bad about the hair thing. It's always when I'm like, oh, I'm a professional, I've totally done this before, I have nothing to worry about. Right at the end, the last thing. Oh, except for I cut your hair.
All right, so you're mixing up a small batch of the silicone, and you're going to, what, are you gonna fix the perfection?
Yeah, this will be a little hard to see. We'll try and get in there. If we want to get up close.
Can you get with the handheld?
You guys want to? Good. This spot here, this silicone was curing when we brushed it on, and it was hard to see that, so there's a gap left there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more silicone in there and kind of sculpt my own smooth spot there. It won't be perfect, but it'll be better than that obvious blunder. And silicone will cure and stick to other silicone. So that is. There we go. That's good enough.
Yeah.
I'm also going to use some of this to plug up the nose. And again, it doesn't matter if the nose is pretty. We just don't want liquid to come out of there when we're casting stuff into it. We're just going to jam a bunch of silicone in here. Plug it right up. I actually can't at all see what I've done.
You're almost done. You just got one more blob.
I'm a couple months. Let's just.
Yeah, looks awesome.
See light over here. Get some on there. I have it.
Well, of course, you want to apply it to the outside, so you're not messing up the features in these.
Take this spot over there. Might as well use it up.
Let's just do it all over.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
That's gonna be the worst news for Jason when he gets out of the bathroom.
And that won't affect how it sits in the.
No, if it bumps it around a tiny bit, the registration isn't one-to-one. It's pretty. If that pushes that spot in a tiny bit, that's better than that bursting and trying to lift the issue down.
And so we don't seal these together, we just hold them together as best we can.
Once we put this all back together, we'll re-lock that into place. So it's good to go. We'll do that in a little bit. We'll let this set for a little while. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Oh, it's scooping right out the nose. That's great. That looks lovely. Actually, I'll just wait for this to dry and then peel it off, right?
That's right. Oh, that's good. That one's really good.
Thanks for getting my Smash Mouth joke.
Yeah.
Glad I was
The
able.
shape of an L report, I was like, yes.
Glad I was able to non-verbally throw some shade at Smash Mouth.
We'll let that cure, and it'll be it'll be 20 minutes before we can do that. But once that's that, we can duct tape this together and pour some of that foam in it.
So, we're pretty long here, Brant. Do you feel like we should punch out at this moment, or does the episode need us to do the football face, or?
The football face is a really good payoff.
Yeah, but it's just like we're at at least a 40-minute episode, right? Or how much do you think there is to cut?
Well, we've got almost 2 hours of footage. I'm gonna stop down.
So we could call it part 1. I mean, we'll still do the football thing. My question is, do we want to put it in this episode, or do we want to put it in the beginning of the making a face? But then that would be weird.
Yeah,
I don't know what. Oh, sorry. Go.
it's the football thing's easy. It's mix, pour, wait.
Okay, and then we can go.
And then,
eat, and then
reveal.
come back after lunch, and then
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
So the poor thing could be last 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
okay.
It's not like you went so
And that
in
puts
depth
it-
with either one step of it that it's like, okay, this is its own
Yeah.
video.
And that also puts a cap on the prosthetic thing. So if we cast this out of something more rigid, we could sculpt. We just happen to have this flexible stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Just say now. Normally, yeah. If we're making prosthetics, we do a stone positive. We're gonna do an easy thing and just make a foam positive.
Yeah.
To show you what it looks like, and then we do that, and then we go eat. We come back, and we're like, there it is, a stone positive. It's like, oh, and from here you would apply prosthetics,
Yeah.
you would sculpt and all that stuff, and then we end by kicking the head around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Grace, I think we're all done with your help.
You're gonna give me
Thank you.
screws.
I mean, you can hang out.
I do.
Just be doing the rest of the thing.
To edit still.
You have to edit
a little
stuff?
bit.
Okay.
But I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Grace, thank you so much for
No,
coming
thank
over.
you
You were
so much for having me.
fantastic.
It was so fun.
Let me know
Do
when
we
you're
want to
doing
get
dinner
a
and
release
we'll
from
go
Grace
get
while she's here?
I am out of releases right now. If I can get your email address, we can send you a digital release.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
My printer ran out of ink.
Thanks.
That's the end of that story. Trash can.
And also, Jason, now that you and Grace are best friends, if you ever need a cosplay pro in the area, Grace is your go-to.
Oh, your logo?
Yeah, just saying. Stop calling.
Stop bothering me. Whatever. You have plenty of excuses to get out here.
I do.
Hey, Jason and Brant, I heard back from Kelsey about doing the integration with the drink episode. She likes it. She said, I think they're a great fit to make sure the integration is segued in as smooth as possible. One note I had was the brand is going to be looking for the integration to be either in the beginning or in a mid-roll slot. What will work, and they already shot footage. I believe we're doing 2 drinks. It's a Manhattan and a Harvey Wallbanger. Is that what? Or
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
so Brant, from what you recall, do you think we could do the one drink and then break, and we're like, all right, let's taste how it goes with it. We're like, all right, now let's learn the other drink.
I have zero recollection of that
Yeah.
episode, so I don't know how it's structured.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Thank you.
But we're confident we can figure out some way to do it.
Um,
Maybe what we do is, even if we get
Thank you,
partway
I'll
through
see
the
you
drink
later.
Thank you so much.
and before the
Have fun.
tasting,
Have
if
fun
we get a
editing.
drink,
Yeah, of
and
course.
before the
Thank
first
you.
tasting.
Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you.
Oh, wonderful to see you.
Thanks,
Thank you
nice
so
to
much
meet
for
you.
coming.
Before you go, oh, hey, I need your microphone.
Then we can
Oh,
cut
yeah.
over. Like, all right, we got a drink. Let's real quick prepare a meal, because it'll be a short, 1 minute segment. Let's prepare a meal to go with it, and then we can cut out after the meal is done. So it's like making a drink, making a meal, tasting the drink, making the other drink, and then the button on the end is like, all right, let's see how the pairing works out. Oh, it's like this.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have a
Grace.
good one. Hi, everybody in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
How's it going? Okay, you can pick that up. Are you gonna
Oh,
move in
it's-
front of the camera?
This is the chat from that. It's
Yes.
the same thing.
It is
Okay.
different,
Gotcha.
tangible.
Hello, everyone.
Ahoy!
I have emerged.
And looking a lot like Tom Cruise, funny enough.
I'm feeling pretty cruisy.
4 liters.
I am still alive, indeed, with most of my face intact. Yeah. I am happy Brant asked the itch question. My eyes were actually, I really wanted to scratch them. And when you guys were talking about, like, oh, he needs to sneeze, it's like, no, I just sneezed.
Oh,
I was like,
I can
And I
kind
held
of
it in.
hear it on the microphone.
yeah,
just a
which
little bit.
which I told myself I was never going to hold my sneezes in anymore, because I read this horror story. Did I tell you guys about that?
yeah.
About the guy ripping his pharynx
Oh my God.
and having to be like put in a medically induced coma because he suppressed a sneeze
Oh.
and it tore this up, and so they had to like intubate him and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So that's what was at risk there, everyone. I hope.
Is your mic still muted, Jason?
Is it? Oh yeah, probably. Yep. There we go. Okay.
You gotta put a sign in there.
I know. My exfoliating silicone facial. Yeah. The green goo, it didn't really feel like anything. It was just like they put this goop on and it dried really quickly.
And it gets the same temperature,
You
right?
got
It doesn't
some
feel
still
really
in
hot
your-
or cold.
No, it
You
didn't
got
feel
some in
hot.
your ear still.
Oh, really? Right here?
Coming on, yeah. In your, yeah, it's all up in there.
Oh,
You'll be
gross.
finding that for weeks.
Gross. Gross. But yeah, after a while it just dried and it felt like something that was kind of sitting like on top of my head and face
So you
rather
wa-
than sticking to
You
it.
want to know what's funny too is I've heard recounted what this feels like. I've never done it.
Really?
And I never have to because I life cast my twin brother. And
Bill's
I have a life cast, so I never have a reason to do it.
Bill said, I've never done it because
Yeah.
it's extraordinarily carcinogenic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Just like
Well, that
lots of
shit'll kill
cancer.
you the first
What-
time.
Yeah.
What's funny though is like I've done it many times, and each time I'm like, this must suck. Like in my head, as I'm doing it, I'm like, this is gonna be terrible for them.
It
But
wasn't
then I'm
that bad.
like, it's not.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't bad at all. It was, I didn't trip balls, which is disappointing. There was no tripping.
We plugged up the nose. Everything. We plugged up the nose, and it oozed out.
Oh,
But now we know if it's cured or not, so it's still tacky. Once that's cured, we can crack this thing together. And
Okay. Awesome.
Edwin says, now I want to see a hairless Jason. When you came out, I could still see the bald cap, and I thought, he really cut a lot. Wow. Cut that much, did he? No,
it's funny how you can feel. You
Bryce
know,
is like, oh god, this is bad.
you can feel if your hair is getting cut. It's a weird because your hair doesn't have feeling, but the sound and the vibration.
No, yeah. As soon as you did it, I was like, there's some hair, right there. You got some hair. Yeah, it didn't feel like an hour and a half either. It felt like it went really quickly for me.
Okay. What's for lunch?
whatever you want.
Within so long as it's one of these three places.
We could probably do the other part standing back here.
Okay.
And just showcasing everything.
There's yeah. So what's next? Is it the football mold? Is that next? Or?
Yeah, we're gonna pour this flexible stuff.
Nerf.
In fact,
Not expanding recreational foam.
Weasel.
It's an acronym.
Oh, really? Is it? Oh, got it.
You dumbasses.
Weasel of Dooms asked earlier, were you bored out of your mind in the mold?
No, I didn't really. There's a lot of jibba jabba. It's hard to be bored when everybody's just like making jokes at your expense and poking you in the head for an hour. So, no, I wasn't. It really wasn't bad at all. I was getting a little fidgety though, and it was difficult not to try to breathe through my mouth.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a mouth breather.
my math on this, it's flex foam at 10, which I believe means it expands 10 times in volume.
Okay.
And the human head is about 4 liters. So we need a final volume.
That's a tidbit.
It's a final volume of 4,000 milliliters divided by 10.
Maybe say
400.
Are we recording this?
Yeah. What are you doing? What
No,
are you
no,
doing?
I'm-
Save it, bro.
I can say numbers again.
I know, but we can't unhear them.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when the camera's not rolling, I don't fucking care. But
Oh, this says
Yeah.
this says 6
You
times.
talk on camera, motherfucker.
Six
You have a
times.
bunch job.
What's that?
We do still have audio rolling, so that's
Yeah.
Well, we also have a live stream.
and the live stream.
I didn't call him a racial slur. If that's what.
On my day of old days. Actually,
I know.
your day too. It's St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
Mr. Murphy.
That's right.
You guys should make a Jello shot Murphy head.
We could.
Like a gigantic Jello shot.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Just pour the.
Does everybody go hum nom nom?
That's just spiked to Jello at that point.
Yeah. Just take a
Jello
whole,
cake.
Take a whole fifth of vodka and just pour in the
God.
Jello powder. Just
I mean, if we make ballistics gelatin, we could just make an alcoholic ballistics gelatin. I don't see why not.
It's not edible, is it?
Yeah, it's just.
If you
it's
believe in
food
yourself,
grade-
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
food grade gelatin. It would
Remember,
taste.
remember the camera is not the iPad. So
Oh no, I was just reading. Yeah.
They're getting a good shot of your elbow right now.
We're almost there. This is almost set up.
Red Pen of Doom said, "I'm proud that I haven't made a Shrek Bukkake joke. I mean, until now." Hey,
Oh my God.
Jason! I'm not. No, never mind.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a terrible Scottish accent. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do donkey. It sounded like you were doing Eddie Murphy.
Hey, donkey.
There you go. Of course, if you have questions for Bill Doran, try to let us know in the chat right there. Be around. I don't know if we're gonna keep doing this after lunch, the live stream.
Thanks for tuning in. Sexy duck face selfie. That's what the picture ended up. Oh, that's,
did you?
Oh yeah, did you not see that?
I don't like being a part of that. I don't like. I'm glad you can't see my actual face because that's. Yeah.
Joel Telling
Joel!
wants this.
High five.
There you go.
Joel
Hey,
is
there
a
you
good
go,
man.
Joel. Bam. Hope you're patron.
Joel, the 3D printing.
Bill,
Is today St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day?
how did
we
you
just
get
said that.
started in this crazy biz? Asks our friend Red Pen of Doom.
My friends got me into cosplay. That's how we did it. Doing costumes for PAX.
What was your first cosplay?
The Team Blue from Team Fortress 2.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like good
Like all of
interview
Team Blue?
material.
We had most
I'll
of
Oh
the
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
Save all this for your
characters.
interview.
I mean, you can
I
say
was,
it again.
but I was the soldier. Brittany was the sniper. We had a medic, a spy. I don't remember the characters.
Yeah.
We had like 6 of us.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Scout.
Was there a heavy pyro?
No.
What's the other
How do
one?
we feel about cutting off the
Scout?
child?
Scout? No, he said scouts.
Oh, I
Fine
wasn't paying
with that.
attention.
Okay.
You could just duct tape it back on.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. He's only gonna look better.
Beans and Egg said, I was hoping for a Shrek live action movie now. Bill, do you have any funny live cast stories?
Fortunately, no. It's
all
one
gone
of-
pretty
it's
well.
One of those things that it's like, wasn't it funny when we put our friend's head in concrete? Ah! We miss him so much. I did stuff alginate up my friend's nose.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
the drawing.
we can wait that.
Oh yeah, you did stuff alginate up a friend's nose.
Yeah.
So it's...
But we weren't live cast.
That was just for fun.
It's just we do. No, yeah. that was
Hey,
funny.
when we do the foam thing on this, is this something we're gonna want to? Is it a cool reaction that we're gonna want to watch?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll expand and look neat. What's the
Bill,
Hulk here is-
Braveheart 48 asks, what has been the biggest disaster when making cosplay?
Actually, silicone is fairly expensive, and if you start making big molds, if you screw up, then you're basically just dumping dollars down the drain. And I've screwed up a couple of big molds. I had one where I dumped a bunch of like $50 worth of silicone into a mold, and the mold walls bowed and then leaked and then went all over the floor. And you just stand there, you're like, that just didn't happen. Okay.
Nothing you can do.
No.
Brian,
yeah.
did you show off your shirt?
Oh yeah.
But again,
Dude,
fortunately,
patrons,
no major
this thing,
injuries,
Dress Pants
we're
Robot
really
Man,
safe.
represent.
That's good.
I'm
A
so
lot of
stoked
stuff
about
that
it.
we want to go
Came out really,
without-
really good.
without,
They're in the mail.
This is all. They're in the mail now. They're on their way to you. I don't know for sure, but for those of you guys getting these, you're probably going to want to wash them on mild because the only way to get this many colors on there and have it look good was to do a transfer. So this will be like those old school iron-ons that you got back in the 1970s that said Star Wars on there or whatever, or I'm with stupid and pointed to yourself, or bullshirt. Or I'm trying.
Yeah, keep going.
Urban cowboy. What else? Urban chipmunk. Yeah, that was another one. T-shirts from the 1970s. You remember any of these?
Keep on trucking?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shit happens.
Yeah.
So make sure to wash them cold on mild. But dude, I love it. This is all Brant Hughes' incredible artwork.
Beans and Egg asks, Bill, what was the most complicated cosplay you've done?
It wasn't really a costume, but Brittany and I teamed up and built Probius from Heroes of the Storm. He is a Protoss probe,
Oh, right.
not
Yes.
a human being. So we put him. I built a radio-controlled base, and we drove him around at BlizzCon.
Nice.
That was pretty complicated.
Nice.
Most of the costumes we do is just armor. We put on armor. It's not that complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. The Draugrs were pretty complicated. There was a mask and a helmet.
Lights.
And a bodysuit.
From
lights.
Skyrim.
Yes.
Right,
Death
right.
Lord Draugrs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Bill, for this pouring, would it be helpful to have an overhead shot?
Yes, it would.
Okay. That's good.
And we
for-
still have time. This silicone's taking its time, so
the
it is
crane out?
curing. It's just taking.
Looks like Brant and Bryce are getting the crane out for some fancy
yeah.
shots. Some fancy overhead shots.
Probius was a lot of fun. I didn't have to wear anything, which was my favorite part. I had an
Yeah.
RC car thing, and I would just drive him around.
Nice.
We raced a Tesla. I think they let us win, but we won.
Have you guys? Have you ever been to a con when they've got one of the homemade like remote control R2D2s.
Yeah, at Emerald City 2 weekends ago. There's a whole R2 builder stuff in the Pacific Northwest. They have a ton of R2s.
Oh man, there's one here, and they just make all sorts of the droids from just from the trilogy. One of them was they were working on a mouse droid.
Yeah.
From the Death Star, just the little yeah. It was incredible. One of them was actually working on a BB-8.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Wow, that's some next level stuff.
There was
Yeah.
my favorite that I saw at Emerald City was an R5, the red one that they were
Yeah.
going to buy before R2, and they had it rigged that he would blow his top and smoke would come out.
the bad motivator.
It was really good.
That's so cool.
Wait, R5D4?
R5D4.
Yeah.
Or in the expanded universe, he was a force sensitive droid known as Skippy.
Oh, really? That's not funny.
That's been
That's decanonized.
that's been
Also, in the expanded universe, IG-88 split into 6 versions of himself, and one of those versions got on board the new Death Star.
Oh, that's right.
And became the Death Star.
Right before it blew up.
Right before it blew up.
yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Getting there.
Oh, that's right. So you got these test things to let us know how close it is to go time.
Happy now.
Oh man.
All right.
Dang.
Yeah, it's a beast.
You just want to take one of these home with you?
Can someone hold on this end?
Yep.
Or on that end, so I can
I have no idea.
branch come this way.
I'm good. I got it.
I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I got it.
Thanks, Bill.
That wouldn't fit in the ceiling in my shop is about that.
Oh, really?
I actually have right where I do most of my work. There's a heating duct, and I just use magnets and I just stick cameras and microphones
Oh,
and everything
nice.
just right up there.
Okay, let's raise this up for a second.
Question for Bill
Yeah.
from Pagan of the Night. For someone who wants to get into cosplay, what would you suggest is a good way to start?
Well, if you go to punishprops.com, there is a button right at the top that says "New to costume making? Start here."
Perfect.
That links to a bunch of our beginner tutorials. Something like the Hunter knife from Destiny. I have a full build video on that and a free set of patterns, and it's made from EVA foam, which is really cheap and readily available. It's a really great beginner project for a hand prop. If you're looking to make a costume of something, pick something that's ambitious but realistic, and also something that you're a big fan of, because as you're learning new skills, you're going to get frustrated and run into roadblocks along the way, and if you're not a fan of that thing, you will give up. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or grow to resent it.
Yeah. One of the first costumes I tried to make was Jim Raynor's full-on Space Marine armor.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I bought a ton of just sheets of plastic. I had no game plan. And I just started heating it and bending it until I ruined sheets upon sheets of plastic. And I was like, I'm going to do a civilian clothing. And I did, and it was really fun. I also sprayed.
It's like in like flower print shorts.
Yeah.
and a shit happens t-shirt.
Yeah. And a crappy wig.
I'm Jim Raynor, just hanging out in the
He's like,
weekend.
I'm before I joined the military,
Yeah.
this is
I did have a really crappy wig for that though. I did his full outfit, just not in the armor. But the wig was the wrong color, and I didn't know any better, so I just spray painted it. And it if you look at it, me in the costume, you're like, that looks like a spray painted wig.
Oh no.
Because it is. But that didn't stop me from wearing it. But the moral of the story is, I picked something that I was a big fan of, and I made it work. Someday I'll make that full big armor thing. Someday. I could probably do it now.
Blizzard seems to be like one of the big go-tos for cosplay. Why is that? Do you think it's just because their costume design is so good? Or
I think
their character
that
design?
Blizzard, more than other companies, gets you invested in their characters.
Yeah.
Um,
They're so good at
Yeah.
that.
and Overwatch cosplay is off the chain right now.
Oh my god.
Because they're releasing a new character every few months,
Yeah.
and each character
And new
gets new
skins?
skins.
Yeah.
So someone could be in the middle of building a costume, a new skin comes out, and
You're
they're
halfway
like,
through Bastion and you're like, oh, I can put leaves and birds on this.
Yeah. Or take a costume you've already made, your Bastion costume, and each year upgrade it to the new skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if you were gonna cosplay one Overwatch character / skin, what would it be?
I immediately am just trying to think of who has a body type closest to mine. Although you'd be awesome.
Tracer!
May. I would love to, yeah. 10
right,
years
you're
ago, maybe.
You're
Okay. You're okay? Not gonna fall? Alright. Dude, I would love to cosplay as Reinhardt. And just.
Yeah. We made a Reinhardt helmet. That's all we wanted to make.
Oh yeah.
Just the helmet. Like, that's fine.
I'd love to do a good like Zenyatta.
Yeah. I saw a good one at BlizzCon this year. The cosplayer's legs were in black pants, and the Zenyatta legs were up here.
Nice.
And does he have more than 4 arms?
Yeah.
No,
Or
he's got 2 arms,
just 2 arms.
but he's got the orbs all around
The
him.
orbs. I think he may have.
Is there a
May have
skin?
been. I think Zenyatta was up here, and the arms were puppeted,
Oh.
and the head, the cosplayer's head was in his torso.
Oh, I think one of his skins has multiple arms. Maybe that's
Maybe.
it.
I think maybe.
I just remember the arms being puppeted for some reason. But basically, the character was riding on a human. The human was looking out his belly, and he could puppet the arms. But he could float around this high off the ground. And then at BlizzCon, inside it's fairly dark, and it worked really well. Just floating around.
One of my, I think my favorite cosplay that I've ever seen was this gigantic Apocalypse from the X-Men. And it was amazing looking. This dude was tall, broad-jawed, but he had this giant thing. He was really menacing looking. It was fantastic.
Zenyatta's ult gives him multiple arms.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the due diligence.
Yeah, thank you to Beans and Egg and Pagan of the Night for that.
What have I seen recently? Oh, all right. So at Emerald City a couple weeks ago, my buddy Thomas did Korg from Thor Ragnarok.
Nice.
He's giving out pamphlets for the Revolution. It
Oh.
was really good.
I've watched that movie like 3 times now.
Yeah. My friend Beverly did Hella, and it was friggin' bang on. It was amazing. I don't have a picture. But I did put together a video of costumes we saw at Emerald City on our second channel. It's Punished Props Extras on YouTube, or Punished Prop Sextras. You read it that way. Which my wife made the challenge. She didn't realize until I pointed it out. But anyway, I
A
did
little accidental extra traffic.
Yeah.
Good for the channel.
But that's a video over on our second channel. It's just a bunch of cool costumes we saw there. There was a Soundwave Transformer, and his chest open, and he had tape in it.
No. Well, okay. Well, it was.
Old school Soundwave?
Yeah.
It was.
The Vulture.
It was Rumble, Frenzy.
Oh, wow.
Who's the Vulture? Rumble and Frenzy were the ones with the pistons. The Vulture was.
Wait, they were like
They were
leopards
other-
or something.
What's that?
They were like leopards.
No, they were the cassette dudes.
No, but the cassettes transformed.
Oh, that was a
Brian,
different one.
Brian,
no.
can you look up please?
There was the leopard,
Yeah.
and then there was Rumble and Frenzy, and then there was the
bird.
The bird. Yeah. I can't remember their name. Yeah, I forgot about the leopard. I never had Soundwave.
Always wanted soundwires. That's really cool though.
Man, and then the other kids at the playground would lie to you and say like, yeah, you have it, and you put a tape in
And it plays. That's like Boba Fett's Rocket Fires.
Yeah.
You know?
There was a version where it did.
There were only like 6 of them
Yeah.
made, though.
Did you guys watch the Toys That Made Us?
So good. It was just like, it's like, oh, hey, Jason, here's 4 hours of programming, 3 of which are about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like super into Star Wars, G.I. Joe.
And Barbie.
Yeah, and Barbie. E-Man was not yet.
Those were the.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
When we go to eat, I need to pick up. I have Amazon spots. Amazon spots for both of us. You know the Echo?
Dots.
Dot.
No. Spot is
Oh,
the new thing.
the new
Oh,
one.
it's
It's
different
the
from
mini
dot.
one
Yes.
with a video screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we could call each other and talk on there. But the reason being is because for the Audible thing, so we could talk about the Whisper Sync and synchronize with the book. In the Amazon ecosystem, you can read on a Kindle, you can get in the car, listen to it on Audible, you can get to the office and just say, keep playing my book, and on the spot it'll start playing it for you.
Nice.
It keeps all that shit synchronized.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah, so we have a couple of spots, and those are at the house, and so I assume, like Trudy's, you guys feeling Trudy's?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you not want Trudy's?
I like the ladder.
We can go to Cat Creek.
So I fell back in to the new season of Terrace House.
Terrorist house?
Terrace. Yeah, terrace. Like a terrace.
That sounds a lot worse than what I was thinking.
It's
My show sounds great.
it's a Japanese reality show.
You're welcome to join us, Red Pen of Doom. So, yeah.
Yeah, how close is he?
He's down here somewhere.
Yeah, come on over.
No, it wouldn't be weird. Seriously, you
No.
can totally come join us.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
Actually,
Well,
yeah.
it's been a hot minute since we've seen you.
We'll smear goo on your face.
Yeah, come here. We'll just do a quick live cast.
Yeah.
Wait, have we met Rapidity?
Yeah.
I met him. I don't think you guys have met him.
I haven't met him.
I met him. He came out to a show at St. Edward's a decade ago.
Oh, wow.
Like just after Scam School launched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's South Austin.
Back when Johnny Savant was opening for me in touring.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, seriously, Andrew, if you don't have anything to do, you can hit us up. Come join us for lunch. We'd be happy to have you. The rest of you can fuck right off.
But
We really got to get the wheels for this thing.
What's that?
We gotta get the wheels for this thing.
Dude, just send me a link.
Oh, there are wheels for it?
Sweet. Because right now it's like, okay, well,
Oh.
it's gonna go back just like a half an inch.
What if we strapped it to an R2D2?
Okay.
Which, by the way, once I get a new shop, I am building an astromech droid. That is.
Are you gonna make your
Oh,
own,
you're gonna
or
do
are you
it?
gonna?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm doing R2. It
Oh,
was
really?
weird. Like I know the astromech guys have been around for forever. They're
Yeah.
awesome, and I always see their builds. And I was like, that's cool. I don't really think that's for me. But then I went to Comic Con, and R2 rolled up to me. And I was like, it's him. It's him, you guys.
It gets every time. I'm just like, because I think, oh, it's some guy.
Yeah.
But R2 comes up to you and starts beeping, and suddenly it's just like,
Yeah.
come here.
Yeah.
But like, I was watching, there's this little girl, she was probably like 4 years old, and she's walking around, where she was talking to R2, and she's like, come here. And she's just walking across, it was Wizard World Austin, and R2 follows her, and she takes R2 to her mom. And she's like, this is my friend R2. R2, this is my mom. And R2 beeps and does a little circle.
You know that in the Disney Star Wars land, they're going to have fully autonomous droids that just walk around and interact with people. And they're having to build them in such a way that it's like you can't roll over a kid or whatever. And so they're just robot labor that just goes around and makes it a living world.
Cannot wait for that.
Like no remote control at all.
Yeah, this girl was interacting. She was like, okay, thank you, R2, bye. And R2's like, and goes off. And I look and I see the guy off in the corner like doing that, and I just look at him and I'm like, good man.
Yeah, I need one. I was walking near my house, just went out for a walk, 2 blocks away from where I live, going down the street. I look up the driveway, and there's a garage door open, and there's 5 astromech balloons.
There's just fucking jollies looting.
Yes.
You're like,
And
goddamn John was in the neighborhood. I knew this was gonna happen.
I looked up the driveway, and this dude's sitting there, him and his kid are like fixing their robots. And I was like, "Is that an astromech droid?" He goes, "Yeah, you want to see it?" I was like, "Do I ever?" I ran up. I was like, "I can't. I've lived here for 5 years. I had no idea you were building droids 2 blocks from my house." So we're best friends now. Name's Todd. He's very nice. His son built this little one from Rebels.
Oh, Chopper.
Chopper.
His son built a little chopper. I watched some of Rebels. Chopper is a murderer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, so is BB-8. BB-8 straight up just murdering folks from the inside of that ATSD. Psychopath.
One of the episodes I saw, there was another droid, and they're like, "He could join our crew," and they're near like a cliff, and Chopper just goes, "Nope, we already have a droid." And he shoved it, he killed him, and shoved him off the cliff.
Wow.
He is a bastard.
I love the recent, like, and it kind of started getting into like Last Jedi. The idea that oh no, R2 is crazy. Like he's a dangerous, foul-mouthed psychopath.
They're all just pretending. No, it's cool. We're going to Dagobah on R2. Really, R2's like cursing at us.
Yeah, R2's like, you realize I'm engineered for very specific environments.
Yeah.
You are a fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's.
We're not going to join the rest of the fleet, R2.
He's like,
Dagobah's a swamp, you dick!
he's like, no, we're going to grandma's house. So we're gonna be able to play for miles and miles. And they're like, we're going to the bed, aren't we? We're going to the fucking bed.
It's like in that scene in Last Jedi. It's like it's a sacred temple language.
Yeah. Some of those mouse droids can get going pretty quick. Turns out the sand crawler was a scale model that was radio controlled, and they would just roll it really slowly through the sand when they were filming it. But apparently it could go fast enough to do a wheelie.
Wow. I always wanted, Hasbro came out with a sand crawler a couple of years ago, and it was a remote controlled one that's like this big. But you can get it now still, but it's like $400. It's insane. But they haven't made it in a while, so it's like.
Seems like it wouldn't be that hard.
Hasbro has the HasLab. Did you see that?
Oh.
They just launched this thing called HasLab, and they're kind of running it like Kickstarter, where they post images of a prototype of a toy, and they say if enough people buy this, then we'll actually make it. And the first one,
shit.
The first one is for the 3 3/4 inch figures, Jabba's sail barge. It's insane. I mean, 'cause it's got all the sails. It comes with a to scale Jabba inside, massive, $500, and it's like 4 feet long or something. I mean, it's not quite the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier, but it's insane. You got the aircraft carrier?
USS Flag. I learned recently.
I'm so just every time I hear someone who says I had the aircraft carrier, I'm like cursing my parents.
Our parents did not want us to have it because
it was 6 feet
it was
long.
a menace. But I learned recently that my then grandmother, now ex-grandmother, then step-grandmother, I don't know how it works. My grandfather's second wife.
Yeah.
Bought it for us, and my parents were pissed. But it took up a room.
See, I had
a whole room.
I had the pit, the G.I. Joe base.
Okay.
And I had the Terror drone.
Yeah.
Which is that big circular Cobra thing, but I had all sorts of stuff, but I never had the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, that was
because it was
the thing.
ridiculous.
You could stand on it. If you were 8, you could stand on it. It was
That's
that big.
insane.
You can touch it.
You can touch?
Yeah.
Ooh. So it's just spongy.
There's a drip.
It's like rubber, basically. I mean, it's silicone.
It's rubber, yeah.
Brian got a phone call. Oh, there's no camera there. Brian got a phone call. See, I actually did it that time.
Yeah.
Brian got a phone call.
Oh my god. At I was editing down the South by Southwest Night Attack show, and I didn't see it when he did it live, but Justin at some point is holding a microphone and holding his beer, and just starts talking into the beer, like really like intently got it wrong, not like committed for like a second. It was very funny. So it's not the first time. It's recursive. Well, it'll be recursive in a second.
Ah.
I'm gonna take the moment before you do that.
Yeah, this would be a good
All
time.
right.
Go for it.
Pull up
Oh
though.
God,
We're ready to go. Hey.
Hey, this is Patreon. Patrons get all access, Bill. So sorry, man.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. It's only the $10 and above contributors though, so. And they're good people.
Okay, so this is honey. Okay, so this is honey, like you would get from a bee's ass. And then this is Elmer's glue. Now you have to get Elmer's glue brand specific, because otherwise it doesn't have the right type of horses. See, Elmer's uses the best horses in their glue.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have a nice like voluptuous horse in the glue, it really has just mwah. Also have a cup. Sometimes you need a cup. This is actually cool. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, it's like any other measuring cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so you got ounces and milliliters, but then you have like ratios. How does this work? 2 to 1? 4 to 1? I don't get. Do you get this, Brent? I don't understand this.
I feel like, so it might be a thing where if you're doing a 2 to 1 ratio or a 4 to 1 ratio, you fill it up to a certain point on one, on like the right hand side, and then you fill up on the other one. So like you pour it in on one side to measure it, and then you pour it in on the other side. You keep pouring it in, and then you're able to measure the other stuff without having to have 2 separate containers.
Oh, right, and because it's not. Yeah, okay.
That's my guess.
That's probably it, because it is flared a little bit, so it's a little higher up, or it takes a little longer vertically. This is a good cut. You know, someone really spent a lot of time engineering this cup. And then these were the silicone components they use, Flex Foam it.
That is the flexible foam we'll be casting into it, and then the silicone we use is over here.
Yeah.
The silk, body double silk. This stuff is.
Ooh, that's so wet.
It's petroleum jelly. Yeah, and it will always be like that.
No, top's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just happened to grab the one wet spot.
There's one.
What? Oh, he's back.
What's going on? Oh, you're showing up.
We're waiting for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I think we're just about good to go here.
All right.
So,
Fantastico. Here, I'm gonna go pee in the potty.
okay, there we go.
That's a good place.
Yeah, I mean, of all the places, that's where I would
The
prefer it.
announcing of it, I think it's fine. The data makes sense. I didn't need to know it. I'm good. I get it. He's not going in there, and I'm asking, what's he doing in there? Like, is he cleaning the grout? Like, no, it's probably.
But what if?
That should be just your next cosplay.
Yeah.
You just say, I'm gonna be a walrus.
Yeah, done.
Well, at least those are better.
Like really build it up. You know?
Wasn't that an Adam Sandler bit from SNL where he said he came up with the worst Halloween costumes? Like, I'm Pickle Face or whatever, and
I have no idea.
it was stupid. I regret bringing it up.
We were able to get
I
all
never
that.
liked that bit to begin with.
I just realized we had the remover, but you were able to get everything off the page.
Oh yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
even use your remover.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
Y'all good?
Most of it, I'm sure I'll be
You're good.
finding stuff, but
Yeah.
most of it came off before
Yeah.
we even tried to pull it off. So.
At least those are better tasting sticks than Jason's.
Well, agree to disagree.
He's still here.
There it is.
Brian, your mic.
Oh,
That was great.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we? It feels. So the last thing we got was, why don't you go get cleaned up and we'll do that. So we did that. I feel like we made it clear since nothing really happened with hallucinating or whatever, like you were just like no, and not really.
Nothing.
Like I don't think we need to pay off that. I think that's in there.
What was I talking about that you guys said I should do? Oh, the map. Okay. Good talk.
I'm glad I could be here for you. So when we go to lunch, I'll be excited to tell you about the phone call I just got from Jay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I'm excited.
Your brother?
Yeah, he might be joining us.
He's having
Oh,
a baby.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
First male to have a baby. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. In fact, just picture Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's my brother.
I also think that was a thing a few years back.
What? Oh, no. Yeah, it was
That,
a trans man
a
who was
transgender
pregnant.
man.
Yeah.
Not the movie Junior.
Not the movie.
Danny Junior. Wait, was it? Who was it?
Yeah.
That was twins.
Twin. I was thinking twins. Yeah.
Wait, I think he was in Danny DeVito. I think was in Junior as well.
Was it?
I
Yeah,
didn't know
he was
that.
like the scientist one.
I don't think I watched it.
Oh, I see. Now you have standards.
Well.
Mr. Horror Movie.
How'd you like that track?
All right.
Dude,
Alright,
in
rolling
the
over here.
in the Arnold Schwarzenegger book,
Yeah, it's Danny DeVito.
Total Recall, they talked about how Ivan Reitman and Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger just wanted to do something together, and they had the idea for twins, and they're like, but all of their salaries were so high that no studio would greenlight all three of them, and they're like, tell you what, we'll do it for free. We'll do it for free, just a fixed thing off the top. And it ended up being one of the most lucrative deals in history, and so as a result, nobody will ever offer a deal like that again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, can I get a clap, please?
Yep.
Great.
I was about to sleep. Just clap. So
It's like Nicholson with the Batman merchandise.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
was one of the toys.
I think Alec Guinness did something similar with Star Wars. He just wanted a percentage.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, awesome, great. This movie isn't gonna make any money. Fantastic. Meanwhile, he's got his Scrooge McDuck vault full of gold coins.
All right. Take my guys.
He has
Wait,
made enough money to have
Please.
like functional lightsabers.
Someone did that. The YouTube channel called the Hacksmith. The blade was like nichrome wire, only it was a rod of it, and they just put an astonishing amount of current through it.
Oh god.
So it just glowed like a lightsaber.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Okay. All right, so where are we at? Jason is now clean. We got a head with plugged noses, and we need to fill it with what? Normally, it would be a stone positive
Right.
for the prosthetics.
Yes.
But that would take time.
It would
right?
take time. We're gonna do something a little quicker today and fun, really fun.
Okay.
This. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
This.
No, you go ahead. Jesus, would one of you go ahead? Jesus
Canadian
Christ.
standoff.
Canadian standoff. I've never heard that before. That's
No, you
great.
go.
I'm sorry.
No, you
I'm
go.
sorry. I'm sorry. You go. I'm sorry.
All right.
I just. It's really important that I pass this test or I'm gonna lose my job.
Then. Sorry. This is a flexible urethane foam, kind of like Nerf darts or Nerf.
Nerf, is that an acronym?
It is. What does it stand for?
I don't know. If only the comments would tell us.
Non-expanding recreational foam, I believe.
Well, somebody reads the comments.
Somebody reads the comments. Learn a lot from them. Dummy.
Who's that bit for?
For us. For us. I'm lost.
Okay, we did the Nerf thing. Every fucking comment was Nerf is an acronym.
Oh,
It stands for
really?
non-expanding recreational foam.
Very.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
This is an expanding foam. It's polyurethane. It's flexible though, like the Nerf, the non-expanding recreational foam.
Oh, is that what that stands for?
It's just an expanding urethane foam. It's squishy. It'll be really fun, like a soccer ball we can kick around. So we're gonna mix that together.
Your
pour it in
face is gonna
here.
be a soccer ball we can kick around.
Yay!
No one else noticed the realization, Don.
Let's kick Jason's face. Let's kick Jason's face.
Let's get started. First, we have to put our mold back together.
Okay.
So if you want to put the back of your head on here,
Okay.
and it should lock back into place because we did such
Oh,
a great job.
So we just seal the silicone up
Yeah.
into the plaster like that?
And the
Yeah, first you
plaster-
get the lock on the plaster, and then you just stick your hand in there and wipe it all around. Yes.
And then, yeah, everything's still covered in petroleum jelly, but that's your life now. And then duct tape, we're going to duct tape it closed.
You brought duct tape from Seattle.
I did. This is we have the best duct tape in
Oh
Seattle.
man, you're gonna start duct tape wars? We're gonna have East Coast, South Coast duct tape wars.
Would have been easier if I brought the whole roll.
Here, I'll help you.
That's Seattle's on the West Coast, by the way.
Yeah.
Did I say? Oh.
You said East Coast, South Coast.
Yeah, no. Seattle's not even invited. That's how bad they are.
The whole roll wouldn't fit in my luggage, or it put it overweight. Anyway, so we're just gonna kind of lash this together. If you had mold straps, you could do that. I didn't bring them, so we're just gonna duct tape it closed.
Mold straps?
Yeah, it's like
Straps made of
Like,
mold.
just like belts, basically?
belts, like you'd use to tie stuff down to a trailer, only smaller.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then a ratchet to get it nice and tight.
Kind of like that. So
Thank you for not doing that while it was on my head.
Oh
would've
my
been
god.
really cool. You know what I'm gonna do?
Dude, that's how terrifying is that. I mean, have people died doing this?
I have no idea.
I'm glad we asked that question now.
This is a lot easier.
I wonder if anyone's ever died during head casting thing. I know that when I was in college, my buddies were doing it to one of their roommates and just put the plaster directly on his face and it started heating up and he started screaming.
Oh,
Like, get it off, get it off!
that's amazing.
They pulled it off and it ripped his eyebrows. right
Oh,
off.
that's amazing.
They just were making it up as they went along, right?
Okay, no more horror stories. So in here, I'm just gonna reach in
Yeah,
his
sure.
brain and relocate the seam on the back there.
So you're taking the zigzags and you're
Yeah.
getting them all lined up.
Oh, okay. So you're taking all of the silicone, making sure it's all lined up.
So
and
right now
smooth.
we have an effective negative of Jason Murphy.
Yes.
So negative.
But look, the seam is gone.
Yeah. Oh wow. It
Yeah.
is legitimately.
Yeah. And as
Disappeared.
we pour volumes of liquid in there and it expands from the weight, the jacket will keep it in place.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, we have a bucket right under there. Grab that.
Old PB.
Yep. Set it down there. We'll use that to kind of hold this in place. So it's not going to go anywhere.
Yep.
Do you need any ballast around to keep it vertical?
That's
or?
not a bad idea.
I don't know that I used the word ballast correctly.
You didn't, but that's
I was about to say.
that didn't help.
I was trying to think of a use of the word ballast that would.
Here, just take some of these cups and just wedge them in there.
better.
There you go. Just use them as ballast. It'll be fine.
He's gonna make that
Good?
word
That's
work.
good. Yeah.
All right.
One more. Okay. We'll just wedge that in.
I'll be happy when in the dictionary it says alternately something that keeps the head vertical.
It's gonna just show a picture of a paper cup.
Okay, now the next part is going to be quick. We're going to mix the thing together and pour it in there.
Okay.
And then we're going to kind of slush it around to coat the inside
Okay.
while it's still liquidy, and then this is going to expand.
Okay.
So, I've explained it, and then we're just going to do it because it'll be really fast. Cup. I've already portioned these into 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, there was a disturbing moment when you just casually mentioned, yes, a head is about 4 liters.
Yes.
How does one come to know such a thing?
Google.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your head is about a gallon.
Yes.
Is that right?
Tell me what each of these things are.
So this is the expanding foam. It's a urethane polymer, I guess.
In 2 parts?
In 2 parts, it's a liquid, and then when you mix it together, it does 2 things. One, there's a foaming agent that will create bubbles so that it expands. And then the other thing it does is it cures into a solid. In this case, it's going to be a flexible solid, so it's a squishy foam.
Okay.
So here, we can all do this together. It's going to be really fun. You pour that in there, you pour that in there.
Oh, dude, like
Same
mad
time.
scientist. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'll take yours, Brian, so I can scrape it down. It's a little thicker. Oops.
I already screwed it up.
All right, there we go. And then we want to mix this really fast and introduce as many bubbles as we can, because we want bubbles. Usually when you're doing casting, you don't, but in this case we do. And I'm scraping the sides to make sure that everything gets integrated really well. And we want to mix it until it's ready to start foaming, and then we want to pour it.
Is it gonna suddenly blow up like a, what is that stuff? Elephant toothpaste?
Elephant paste?
Yeah.
Or
No.
Yeah.
It's not that violent, unfortunately.
Man, we gotta do that though.
Yeah, it's been on the list for a while.
This is actually starting to get warm as it reacts. and I'm just gonna go for it. 'Cause
Okay, and so we're just pouring it directly into my head.
into your head, but I'm also going to try and get it to cover the sides.
Jason's no longer empty-headed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so you want to aim it so it gets in all the cracks and crevices, because if you just poured it at the bottom and it bubbled up, those bubbles are going to prevent it from getting in there.
Yeah,
In
it's,
all those cracks.
in the foaming, the bubbling and foaming and expanding is not going to. You'd think it would want to rise to fill all those crevices. It will not. So now that most of it's in there, I will do this.
That doesn't look like it's going to be nearly enough.
If it's not enough, we'll mix up some more and add it. I didn't bring a ton of it, so I wanted to make sure that we had enough. So, being a little conservative. But it expands 6 times in volume.
Now, where can you get all of these supplies? Are these available just like on Amazon?
Yeah, actually. These are all stuff from a company called Smooth On. If you have a Smooth On or a Reynolds Advanced Materials store near you, actually, I'm just going to do this. It's a lot easier.
Oh, the ballast.
We just got a Reynolds store near us, so I was able to just drive down and pick it up. But
How expensive is this whole project? Everything we've done so far?
probably a couple $100.
That's not bad at all.
Not too bad. And I always make sure I get more than I think I need, just in case. Doesn't hurt to have extra. All right, it's starting to bubble up a little bit.
How much would it be retail to go to a special effects artist and say, I want a stone positive on my face?
I don't know. People have asked me to do. Strangers have asked me to do life casts of them, and I'm like, I don't. That doesn't sound like fun. So I don't even.
You're just at the grocery store,
I
like in the
mean,
frozen
strangers.
section. You're like,
Judy, would you stop asking?
Strangers on the internet. It's just not a service I want to provide, but I'm sure there are people that do it. It's really starting to foam up a bit. And I'm just kind of, while it's still liquidy, trying to get a good sort of even coating, but it will get to a point where it doesn't want to do that. Like right now, it's really starting to clump up.
Starting to already look more like the
So
silicone.
I'm actually gonna
chocolate chip Charlie.
I'm gonna hold it like this so that it fills up from the face back.
Got it.
So
Because that's the most important part.
Yeah, it gets all the
it's the
detail.
moneymaker.
That's... All right, look at. Can we?
Yeah, here.
Can that see?
Hold this to the, yeah.
As it's starting to go. Yeah. It's not as exciting as I hoped it would be.
Oh, okay, no.
Look at it go!
So how long does it take to fill all the way up?
Let's read the thing. Pot life, it says, is 50 seconds. It can be handled in 45 minutes and cures in 2 hours. So within 45 minutes, you can handle it. I don't know how long the expansion time is.
Yeah.
That's going pretty well. But we'll wait to see how long it goes, and if we have to mix up some more, we'll wait till it stops expanding. We'll mix up another batch for him.
So at the very least, we'll have your face.
Yeah. So now we wait.
When we return from lunch, is there going to be a half-formed clone of me stumbling like a Nerf Jason?
It peels out and starts to form an arm. Yeah.
It says, I live.
Like Swamp Thing.
That is going though. I'm always like, I always mix way too much and pour it in because it's like, oh, there's just that much, and then and there's a mushroom coming out the bottom of it. So playing it safe today. I think I am gonna have to mix some more, but that's okay.
Well, let's dig it, man.
Well, I want to wait till it
you
stops
want-
expanding.
Okay.
I don't want to be surprised.
I just want to harangue you about your job.
But-
I know.
You know, Adam Savage wouldn't wait for this.
No, he wouldn't. He probably has something else to do. That's usually what I do. I'll pour something in a mold and then I'll go work on something else for a while. But I'm kind of stuck in this warehouse. It won't let me leave.
So is this the break point for us?
No.
We'll
we
want
need,
to
we need to
demold
fill
it.
it, and then the break
Yeah.
point will be when it cures.
That really is neat though.
Oh, we're gonna fill it with more of that stuff? The same stuff?
Yeah, because it's not quite
Right.
filling all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we need to get a sense of how much more to make.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do we want to stop down while we wait for that to fill up?
It shouldn't be more than like 4 minutes. I
Yeah,
think.
another like few minutes and then.
Sure.
and then we'll mix it. Well, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, because okay, got
You know
it.
what? I'll just start
Expanding.
pouring some more
Okay.
to do a little. We will probably need a little bit more.
Right here.
Well, this we'll have to mix in a different cup.
Oh,
That's
it's ruined.
expanding, Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll
another
we
one,
can
man.
peel out later, but
You got another one in front of you?
yeah, we got plenty right there. Someone thought I hadn't brought it. Good job.
Dude, you
Joe.
brought a mini roll of duct tape. That's how
Yeah.
planning you are. You're a plan man.
I also have life hack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I also ruined my mic. Sorry. Flashlight on me at all times with duct tape wrapped around it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
So if I
that's
need a
very
little
clever.
bit of duct tape, good to go. Which I keep doing this. Which happens sometimes. You do need duct tape. Did anyone see how much I poured in there? I think I'm good. 150 milliliters?
Sure. It's equal parts, right?
Yeah. About the same amount. I've heard it's best to just hold it and move it while you're pouring. That's how you get the most accurate. A little bit more.
So it looks like it's expanded to about halfway
All right,
at
yeah.
this point.
So I'm just going to use the rest of this. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah, and it's already really viscous and thick.
Mm-hmm. So let's do the mix dance again. That was
I
fun.
love the mixed dance.
This one's better. This one's better.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Gotta do the mixed
All together
dance.
now.
3, 2, 1,
For
dance.
Voltron. I'm a leg. All right, let me scrape that.
There you
The
go.
side B is always a higher viscosity, so. Here we go. In fact, if I had like a mechanical mixer, like a drill
Mm.
for this, that would be even better because it would
So in other
whip
words,
it
if
up.
we were fully kitted out from a tool sponsor,
Yeah.
we'd be able to use all
Oh
that.
yeah, DeWalt or Ryobi or really any
Let's
of
just
those.
say our loyalty is very flexible.
Yeah.
But I'm sure whoever joins us will be our favorites forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they don't watch any of the other episodes where we handle tools.
Dude, we actually could do an entire episode just on proper tool safety.
We could. Well, I mean, with an appropriate expert.
Oh, no. Yeah, not with us. We can't teach it, but we could learn it. Okay, so do you want me to get this? Boy, it really is. Look,
Is it really?
Yeah, it's barely,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
And this I can just pour right in.
So the worst case here is we get a bit of a seam.
Actually, let me scrape this down. Yeah. But it's not straight down Jason's face, so we got that going for us.
We do have that going for us, Bill.
Always look on the bright side
Yeah,
of life. So the same thing, I'm just gonna roll it around in there, coat the surface that's already expanded. You know what, we could also put something in there to take up a lot of that volume.
Do you think we need to? Because it's, well, I
We'll
guess
see.
so.
We can put a
If
cup
the
in
answer
it.
is
Hey,
my
one
head.
of those cups you had?
Oh my gosh, for ballast?
And like that.
Oh.
Is that a genuine ballast cup?
But I'll keep it like here-ish so that it doesn't fill up.
Are you, I would think you would do the reverse so it would fill up on the sides.
Just gonna coat this whole thing. And then keep it there so that it
Oh, that's great.
fills up around it. This is good.
All right, we're going to go to lunch. You hold it right there.
There we
You
go.
remember when you told us this was an hour-long project?
Yeah. I didn't say, I said the live casting would take an hour and a half.
Okay,
what I
that's
said.
true.
And it did. Everything takes longer when you're filming. When your star gets a phone call and he's gonna go in the other room.
Is there a way to hold that such that the camera might be able to see the foam expanding? I don't know if that's showing up.
Oh, a time lapse would be neat, but we screwed that up. It's great YouTube, actually.
It's expanding around it though. It's really cool.
That may be the most Bill Doran thing I've heard.
Trying to decide how good or bad it is that I have this all in my hands. It wants to push the cup out.
Cup up.
You know what we can do is set this in the bucket there and then put some weight in this thing, and then I don't have to hold it. Could you slide the bucket over? And then,
What's heavy?
and then Brian, if you just hand me your keys.
Is that all you need? How about these
It's like a shoulder
lead
thing.
brass knuckles?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's too heavy.
Oh.
I've changed my mind.
That's perfect. I have a new definition of the word perfect.
I've got a pocket knife. Oops. There we go.
Too much? Deck of cards?
What about this ghost meter? We'll see if it's haunted.
About right.
See if are you sure?
Boy, that is working. Look at it fill up right around there. That's so cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I do this stuff all the time.
I mean, I'm not impressed. Maybe you guys are.
Sometimes Bill just climbs into a bathtub full of the foam and just waits and it expands, and then his wife has to chisel him out.
Oh, that's working really well. That's awesome.
Thank you, ghost meter. You serve two purposes.
Some
Not
would,
only do you find
some would say
ghosts.
only one.
I was about to say, let's slow down with the bold proclamations there, Brian.
I did really enjoy you guys running around
The Wizard Academy?
I love the people that didn't watch the entire episode.
Oh yeah, they
That's
just
my
lost
favorite.
their minds. Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah. Some people felt betrayed, like, I thought better of you guys. Like, you can finish the
You're
episode.
like, no, I thought better of you.
Well, this is pretty much it. We're just gonna let that do its thing.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So we're gonna break and check it in a moment.
Yeah, the cure time is 2 hours. And
Okay.
You can handle it in 45 minutes, so we're gonna let it do its thing.
Lunch.
Lunchtime.
Bless you.
Cool.
Okay.
Good job, everyone.
You're in low power mode up here? You're in low power mode?
Oh, okay.
Is this? That's kicked.
We're
So we
probably
can't do
gonna
hammer
end the
because we
stream.
Okay, looks like we are going to be wrapping up the stream, everybody. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
We'll see you soon.
Okay. And